Yo, what's up, Mighty One? Yo, what's up, Ryan? Where's everybody at? Everybody tired? Honestly, pretty self-explanatory day on Spy today. I might not even go over it that much. I already posted it in Discord a bunch. IWM didn't do shit. Triple Q, nice move. But should probably need to recharge Triple Q soon. I just really don't trade it enough. I don't look at it enough. But good strength by most of the sectors today. It's not just tech. You know, I'm sure everybody's saying tech right now, but tech and healthcare actually went up right now. Discretionary and comms are up. The only one that's really down today is banks, which fair enough. Fair enough. They were already at all-time highs, and then they got this jump. So I don't know. Fair enough that they get the pullback a little bit early, which is actually pretty common in the market. And wow, we went over this. Holy crap! It actually did it. We were going over how this reversal was different than all the other ones that hit this area. Saying there's a chance that we see the 300 area hit next, and that's literally hitting right now. Oh shit, I didn't mean to mute on Discord. That was awkward. Was I muted the whole time, Andrew? Might have just been right there. What's up, Tobias? Seems like a day to stay away from the charts. Why is that? Just because of FOMC? I mean, maybe not go hard, but I wouldn't stay away from the charts. Still made a very notable size move today. We gapped up. We held today's open in the first 20 minutes, and this is pre-market high, and then they hit the next level. Wait, hold up. My dog's like, let me in! Let me in! I saw your post, Tobias. I was reading. I read chat before I start stream. I'm not like everyone else in chat. I don't just ignore everyone else post and then only post. I read literally every post in chat. Well, I try my best to, at least. I don't want to say I do, because, you know, then I miss one and it's on me. But I would take time to read other people's posts. Like, it's crazy how many times I'll see someone post like a free banger on the trade floor, and then everyone ignores it. And then you guys post like some stupid memes or some Instagram reel, completely ignoring the person that just worked hard to post a play. It's pretty crazy. The disrespect that person gets when you do that, it's pretty crazy. What's good, Alexis? How you doing? How was your runs today so far? Oh, you traded the 80% is what you're saying. I was like, why is he randomly just saying, yeah, I trade the 80%. What of it? Random flex, but okay. But didn't hold for that long. Some Twitter posts I can now pump, and I feel like it's back rows. Okay, calm down, Tobias. You're not God. Relax. You and Mel do this thing where y'all make money, or y'all are about to make a lot of money, and then y'all just like get super egotistical. Like, your shit is not different, bro. Your shit still stinks. Y'all do that a lot. It's so weird. Like, it's cool to be passionate, but there's... I don't know. That's just going too far. Yeah, you're cocky, but there's a difference between cocky and egotistical. You didn't hear what I said. Like, you think Twitter posts are blowing up or something? Like, bro, no one's watching your Twitter. The stock market's gonna do what it does without Twitter. And you missed out on a very good opportunity. You know, that's... If anything, that speaks to how good you are at finding good plays. But I wouldn't take anything past that. Not good to be cocky like that. To be honest, I've seen... I'm not, like, naming names here, but y'all know who I'm talking about. But the person I'm talking about would love to win huge trades, go to the trade floor, and then just type paragraphs of random shit. Like, it looked like... Like, parts of it looked like advice. Parts of it would be, like, them glazing themselves, and then... Most of it would be them just saying random shit that makes no sense. It's just like, what are you talking about? It's like, and it's all because they're letting their wins go to their head. Like, straight up, I'll tell you myself, like, get the fuck out of my chat if you're gonna talk like that. I don't really care for that cocky shit. It's cool to be confident. I love people who are confident, but there's a huge difference between confidence and cocky. And it's cool. It's cool to be confident. I love that. It's good to know what you want. It's good to know what you can do, what your abilities are, but, you know, you can be killed, you can bleed, so relax. You can lose money in this market. Everyone does. Maybe not over the long term you won't. You'll probably profit over the long term. You're not an idiot. But my 175 followers, bro, anybody who makes an account on Twitter will at least reach 200 followers. Like, this is not that hard. Like, look at my follower count. I have way more followers than that, and I will tell you right now, that is a fucking grain of sand. It's not like, even if I go to post, I can pump something. Like, that's not how that works. I don't think people online truly understand how pumping and dumping works. You couldn't do it on your own. You have to have a very huge mass following that actually have brokerage accounts, and that will actually do what you say. There's only so many people who've ever had that power. Roaring Kitty's one of them. They made a movie about him. Alright, let's rechart Triple Q. Who asked for this? Mighty One? Oh yeah, you did, okay. Yeah, let's do this, because I'm honestly tired of clicking on this chart and then being like, oh, I don't have it charted. So I'm just gonna, let's just fix that now. Or at least I don't remember how I charted it. Excuse me. Well, the swing chart is kind of already done. Can't really do anything else besides that. The only thing we can do for the swing chart, I'll just show you on this chart. Fibonacci retracement. What the fuck is it? It's doing that thing again. It like bugs out where you can't use the tool you're actually clicking. Oh, there we go. Honestly, I, for the longest time, just wanted to see where these are. So that's basically all-time high. 522, that's interesting. See, it's all laggy when you do that, it's so weird. I'm honestly just going to do the recent one. And then I'm going to do this. What do these look like? Oh, that's way too much. Fuck no. Come on, man. I have OHLC on, don't I? Yeah. You know, let's just mark that. Just mark the old all-time high. It's the closest thing to that. And then the daily. And now there's not really much more we can do in terms of like levels to grab. You could grab more fib extensions if you, there's a bigger one you could grab. But for now, this is good enough. But for one thing, I'd mark our low open today. I'd mark this gap fib. I'm just lazily grabbing it from the daily. I'd mark this gap fib. Even though it's not in the way right now, maybe in the future we see it. And that's about it. Yeah, that's about it. Not much more you can grab there. Which at any point you can just start grabbing halfway points. Be like, oh, well, I'll just go up to 514.30s, which you're already almost there now. But just for game planning today, instead of just saying over 510, target 519. Like, whoa, 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 calm down. I don't think a $9 move is coming today. I mean, if it does, awesome, but let's not expect a $9 move. How about that? So if you ever see that and you're like, oh, well, I don't want to go to that level, it's too far, you just draw that halfway point. There's another level. We can extend this to the left because that's weird to look at. And that's it. Game plan today was really just seeing, can we go over the next level or not? If we drop, what are we going to try to hold? Which we didn't drop. We got higher opens on everything. And you can see triple Qs breaking 510. You go to SPY, which this was the one I was mainly concerned with. Didn't really break through anything new that we had marked from what I had posted last night, or whenever I posted those levels. I think it was last night. Within 20 minutes, you could see another candle holding here. And not really the greatest of signs, because you got this wick to deal with, but you got to remember, we did just gap up, so that wick isn't the end of the world. Stop being a wuss. You can see there's two candles holding today's open. That's a beautiful retest entry. So in the first 20 minutes of the market, so it's not as, you know, favorable as we would all like. And you can see that too. A lot of indecision right after that. A little bit of a pullback. They're only just now reaching this, so not even that profitable of a move. A lot of people will look at this and be like, oh, they fucking killed it today. It really only killed it if you had swung and you were hitting this target. If you were someone who day traded this, it probably wasn't that much fun. And I can only tell what the implied volatility is like today. I didn't even bother looking, but look, we can assume it's high though, considering FOMC is today. FOMC, Jerome Powell, all the good stuff. Can't you wait, guys? Aren't you excited? Gap up, not small body candles, exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's a good sign too. Good job, Mighty One. You know, we're not seeing super small candles yet on these gap ups, so to say that we're slowing down right now is delusion, because we haven't really slowed down at all. We're continuously gapping up, and pretty good sized candles are showing, so not really overbought yet. Though it probably is a little. But yeah, no, 519 for triple Q, and then I didn't even remember the other one for SPY. Oh, we already hit, that's right, we already hit the first one for SPY. It was 595, 25, which we all drew that together in here. 600, 604, 30s. That's it. That is it. And pretty nice candle on this too. It's a very beautiful wick holding to the upside. You can see, nice sized candle today. Nothing crazy bad. But again, it is only, what time is it? It's not even noon yet. We're a few minutes from noon. What's up, Maddie? Good to see you. Are those back-to-back bullish kickers? Mighty one. You better be trolling me right now. That had to be a troll message. You're trolling me. AMD. I was looking at this. I didn't really want to trade it, but I thought it was kind of interesting how they use the latest. I mean, it is kind of a lead test fib, I guess. I'm just going to call it that because that's how I view it. But just interesting how they had this inside bar bullish breakout, and then today we get that. So it was like a day late. This is like a day late compared to all the other setups that we were taking. We did the exact same trade on, if I can find them in the watch list, Adobe inside bar bullish breakout, but that was the other day, and then we were out yesterday. So AMD's like a day late on the inside bar breakout. Where's the other one? Oh, here it is. I'm literally staring at it. So not an inside bar breakout on this one. We were just going for a support test, but both of those pulling back, so I'm glad we're out of those. We didn't marry our positions. UPST, what the fuck? See you later, Tobias. For some late day gambles. Cleveland Cliffs. Yeah. Oracle's on fire too. Damn, man. There's so many charts that just look so good now. It's a completely different battlefield now. Everything's in a better spot or working to be in a better spot. And then there's some charts that look like this where it's just clearly overbought. Nothing you could do about it, though. Oh, we're at the bottom of the list. Let's go back up. I'm honestly just happy to see this happen. I hate that it happened so fast. Because we just started talking about this, like, on this move. And saying, you know, this is a lot more powerful than before. It'll probably go hit 300, blah, blah, blah. If it has the chance of breaking these new highs. It did. And it did again. Just hate how fast it happened. Super fast. Ooh, possible inside bar on the daily for UNH. Still got a lot of time of the day on that one, though. $594, $595. What chart was I on? Meta? I just keep coming back to this, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Netflix is gonna go to 800. Where are all the haters at? Dude, imagine if that guy just held this position. He'd be up almost double. Which is crazy to think about, but it would have taken... That's exactly on April 20th. And we are on November 7th. Of a completely different year. That's a lot of time. In the grand scheme of things, that is not a lot of time, though. That's actually a pretty quick, massive recovery by Netflix For that, a year and a half, just under a year and a half. That's actually wild. Ulta doing great. We talked about this so much in stream. Really happy to see this working out too, because this is another concept that we go over again. You know, yeah, we were using this as a bearish fib, but what happens when it retakes a bearish fib? We should probably be bullish. And we talked about us at least testing 385, 387, 30s. You can see today we've completely launched through that. We actually reached 396. So I probably wouldn't have held to this if we were actually trading this. You would have been out this day, but still, it's nice to see it run past our target. It's cool when your levels go, or your candles, sorry, go up and they smack your level perfectly and reject, and you look like a genius. But you know, sometimes you gotta think about that though. It's okay to sell it short. You don't want to always be in that situation where you did sell the top, you know, because then that's gonna bite you one day. So it's good to sell into your target and at least secure some of those gains. And then you can learn to staircase out. You don't have to always just do one in, one out, blah blah blah. That's just to get started. But then you can get comfortable and start staircasing in, staircasing out, which I really recommend just focusing on staircasing out for a while. I wouldn't focus on averaging in on shit yet. It just isn't feasible, especially in the beginning. How's Bitcoin today? 77,000. Okay. I love when the market goes to all-time highs because so many people suck at trading all-time highs. Kind of sucks with FOMC right now as this one's happening, but like charting it is so easy. I think the concepts are so much easier than when you're in a range, which in my opinion I think they're like the same level of easy. It's just, you know, doing them enough to get reps with them and be comfortable with looking at them more and more. Of course, the first time you look at it, you're going to be like confused, probably hesitant, probably a little scared. But that's why you got to get your reps before you get into that live trade. Then you can start taking those, and then it just feels like it's clicking. I mean, look how quick Andrew got into our chat and is already brained up. I mean, he already knows most of the concepts, so they aren't that difficult to learn. It's just about getting your own reps and to get more comfortable with them. You're not just gonna learn them and bam, you're an expert. Like, no, you gotta get your own on them. Gotta back test it yourself to trust it. Man, marbles yesterday was a scam. We're never playing that game again. Oh, they did go more good. Yeah, this was when I was wanting to just get some in any kind of action. I didn't care if it was a small day, but it's good because they were about to fall out of the zone right here. Glad they're not. Good potential opportunity in the future. I'm glad to see a lot of our other ideas work out too after we already took profits on other plays. Getting more reps, even if we might not have been, you know, actually connected to them. At least we got our answer. It's a weird chart to look at on Brick B. Google too. We talked about Google. Google and Meta were the two that we said were like the same setup, and look at them now. Bouncing off the lows, going up into the high. Google catching off of these with the gap. Inside bar breakout here. I find after trading all-time high for a while, it shows those who know candles and market psychology, psych levels, will win more than 100%. Yeah, if you have a system for all-time highs, you're set. And people think like, oh, we'll come back down. We're only going to be at an all-time high for a day. Like, have you ever charted before? There's times where all-time highs are created for 2 weeks straight. So it's important. It's a pretty large chunk of the market to pay attention to. Everyone's always like, I want to be in a trendy day, but they never want to be in an all-time high day. Like, okay. Have fun with that. Yeah, people expect exactly complete reversals. Like every time an all-time high is made, just because they think it should happen, they think it'll reverse. It's like, what? That doesn't make any sense. People would rather go down that road than the road of just finding their own strategy and going over it a bunch. I mean, that's as simple as it is. Now, doing it is another, but I mean, the concept of everything is kind of set. Do something over and over again until you get better at it. And it probably helps to actually have a good strategy. You know, I don't know how you know that beforehand, but one that makes sense, you know, has, like ours, has conditions. Like, you don't just enter off random stuff. Yo, good stuff, Maddie. My goodness, phone calls still come in trumpets. Is your ringtone trumpets? And yeah, yesterday I think I said it too. I was like, I think the only thing I would maybe risk are spy calls, but I'm not entering shit because we made a pretty good boost in portfolios the other day on just 2 trades, so we don't really need to extend our stay here. It would have been nice to be a Netflix at the same time, but it sucks they popped this at the literal same days, so couldn't be a part of it, but glad to see it happening. You were talking about SPY? I literally charted this on stream with everybody. That's how I don't know how else to go over that. It's okay if you have a different fib extension than me. I'm just going off the weekly backward ones. Is it gonna hold? We shall see. I really don't care to stare at SPY today. Gotta check it for FOMC, of course, so I don't want to stare at it too much just yet. Which, we'll see how much time we have before all that. It is now noon for Central. Okay, so in 54 minutes we have the FOMC rate statement and the interest rate decision. Why is it not telling me the time that Powell speaks? It's probably going to be at 2:30 like it always is. He's a really big power hour guy. Or maybe at 1:30. It might be at 1:30 actually. Okay, fair enough. Alright, so in 54 minutes we have the rate statement. And then I think in about an hour and a half is Powell. If I have that correct. I might have that wrong. It may be the same thing. I have not been as active. I can go back and see how I got it, but I'm pretty sure I drew that from the weekly. Hold up. 1 segundo. Yo, on the real, be real as hell right now. How many of you are actually reading the levels channel or the daily updates channel? And if you have premium, how many of you are actually reading the small cap channel? Because those three are channels that post literally every night. Every day, every night, every morning. Whenever they need to for the next session. How many of you guys are actually checking those? It's okay if you're not copycatting the information. That's totally fine if you're not doing that. If you're just kind of glazing at it and be like, okay, yeah, it's kind of close to what I got. That's fine too. I'm just, to any extent, how many of you guys are using those level or those channels? Thank you, Andrew. That's like as honest as I could be, honestly. I was trying to be nice, but I wanted to be honest. Because it's Gorov I'm talking to here. I like to be nice to Gorov. You gotta know who you're talking to. Thank you, Motivation Healing. You didn't have to type it at all if you don't. Goes into the YouTube chat, not me. Idiot. That was me imitating the typing. I don't know if y'all could even hear that. That was pretty funny. I literally just saw a clip of something that was the exact same scenario as that. Someone was asking like a question like, who all uses this? And somebody goes, well, I don't. And he's like, well, you don't have to fucking answer. I wanted you to know that I don't use them. Your morning cup of Joe. I'm just making sure you guys know they're there, because I'll see somebody completely miss a spy level that I have, and it's like, cool, but like, holy crap, you should have that level. You might have missed out on a trade opportunity. Let's say you were in a trade and it could have helped you during your trade. Maybe it would have been part of your plan, for all we know. Also, it's kind of just wrong to have the wrong levels on your screen. If you're going to use the system that we use here, levels that we use here, use them correctly. Don't just draw random shit on your screen. That's not what we do. Price history is everything. If you're going to draw levels, levels have to be just straight up drawn from price history. I don't care if it's short term, mid term, long term. To any extent, I don't even care if you draw them differently than I do. Just make sure that it's historic price action, something that has happened before. What is it? If you're just drawing some random level that isn't repeatable, and that's again why we are so adamant about our merging candles, the halfway points, the gap fibs, the BB levels where you're drawing the open, the close, the lows, the highs, that stuff. You know, these are notable levels that are going to happen again, no matter what. They're repeatable. So, they're actual levels of history. Whereas most systems I see out there, they aren't systems at all. I shouldn't even be calling them that. People are just throwing up random levels on a screen and saying, yeah, I just like that it touched it like 16 times on the daily right here, so I just thought I'd trade it off of that. Like, okay, cool. That's great. But you're just drawing it because it hit that a bunch of times. That's not really... I don't know who's teaching that, but because it hit it 16 times doesn't make it an actionable level. That's not a level of history. It's not repeatable. You could say it's a notable area, but I wouldn't be trading off of it. And that's where most people go wrong. And that small concept is what messes most people up who use levels and they aren't actual levels of history. That small little thing, that small little detail. But if one day I post a trade review and I said I did it because of a fair value gap entry, I probably wouldn't read it. High key. I just got 594.24. I think daily weekly is different, or I messed up. Yeah, I'll just go look real quick. Sorry, I already forgot about it. I was rambling. Oh, actually, joke's on you. I think it's a halfway point between two different levels. No, it is a fib. Oh, wait, I'm on the daily. Yeah, it's the 50%. I don't... Here, I'll show you without all this other crap on the screen. Look, I even get it right here again. So we're going from the low of this candle. Why am I doing that? Going to the high. I'm just drawing a backwards fib. 595.24, 604.30s. Which I think on my other chart it's like 604.39. I think I just lazily drew it like you just saw me do now. And then 600, which when I do psych levels, you will see me edit those and make sure it's to this end, because that's just OCD. Remove it. Add the old all-time high. Actually, wait, let's draw that from the daily. I like to be accurate with that one. When you draw it on the weekly, it's a little weird. There we go. That's the old all-time high before they did back down. And we can dot this one because this isn't a actionable level. It's just something I want to see. So if we go back, like we saw the other day, we saw it hold it. It's just something else to tell us, hey, this is trying to go up. So make sure you're drawing that correctly. Again, that's just another concept I've learned from Leland over time that is very accurate. I used to show him stuff that was just like I do psychological levels, and then you can do halfway points with psychological levels and stuff like, and that's great, easy to remember. But his method is a little more, I don't know, actionable, I should say. Like I said earlier, like you can actually take real trades off of these levels compared to the psych levels where I feel like they're just everywhere and it might confuse you, it might scare you. I know it does to me. I definitely I feel like I get lost when I only use psych levels at ATH, so I like his method more. It's a little more efficient, I should say. And it's quick, too. Easy to understand. Yeah, Leland is an algo, for real. I try to tell y'all, like, I don't just glaze him to glaze him. He has truly made an impact on most of the strategy that we use here. On a lot of strategies that we use here. He looked them over, studied them, and was like, you know, you could do better on this. And instead of just being an asshole and being like, I don't want to learn from this random person that joined my chat, I used it. I use it. Makes the system better. Why would I not support someone who's just trying to make what I like to look at better? That would be ignorant. But nice move into 595.20, that first fib extension. Are you good now, Doctor? You said, I thought I found confluence of differences I had AH on versus not having them on. What do you mean after hours? I'm on the daily. After hours has nothing to do with how I drew that. Wait, I'm confused. This had nothing to do with after hours. Or extended hours at all. We're just using the latest dip. And normally you draw your fib like this. The reason we call it a backwards fib is because this is the right way to do it. But because we want to use the future targets, those fib extensions as targets. Oh, you were using a 4-hour chart. Oh. Oh, okay, yeah, you were. Yeah, okay, I got you now. That's funny. I mean, this is good to go over because people suck at this stuff. I bet, even though I just went over it again, even though I just did this yesterday and the day before, I bet somebody still doesn't understand some of it. It's super basic, but it's very helpful for future targets, hidden targets. Look how today is reacting to this candle, or to this level, sorry. It's just a super easy concept. Price actually reacts to these levels. And then, you know, combine this with the other stuff. You should have this overnight gap fib. Please let me draw this. You should have your open drawn, which, I mean, below the open, whatever. But 593.08. And that's it. And then you can start adding your in-between levels if you need, but... And that's where you see me sometimes get random levels. Like the other day, I did this for the other range below. The exact method. I just did that. Let's show you again. Oh, wait. I don't have the level drawn. But let's just show it from this. It's just like going level to level and then just marking that area. Like, it's really not as empty up here as you think. There's a lot going on up here. Which I wouldn't draw this. I just did. I don't have the old level here. There's another level right here. Whatever the emerging candle is. But yeah, the chart's really not that empty. Everyone thinks it's just empty space up here. It's not. There are levels up here. And it was kind of inevitable that we'd get close to 600. I don't know if we'll hit it perfectly or not. I feel like we still can, but just once you break all-time highs like that, it's really just like, all right, what's the next psych level? Whatever it is, we should hit that. You won't always, but you should hit that. Yo, Leland, dropping the bag. Gifted a membership, and it went to Praveen. Good job, Praveen. I hope it's giving it to people who are like actually in stream. It's kind of weird it does that. Ace said, good afternoon, friends, and Dr. J. Whoa. Whoa, shots fired? I don't know why I keep opening the chart up like that. We're not going there today. What's up, Ace? How you doing, man? How was your day so far? How was everyone's day so far? Welcome to the stream, everybody. Hope you guys are liking this week of streams. We had pretty much a different kind of stream every day so far, except the last 2 days. But we started off the week with the swing stream. Then we just had our usual stream. Then yesterday we did a full day stream. Well, mostly a full day stream. We cut it early and went and played marbles by like 20 or 30 minutes. But yeah, just trying to give you all some different stuff because it was kind of like the swing stream was fun. I want to do more of those because I love swinging. Jack just said it was 7:30 a.m. 5 minutes ago. You're tripping. Taking a double during office time? Oh, never mind. I read that wrong. Hectic. I can't believe it's 11:20 already. Chilling. Watch some good old Buellers stream. How's everyone going? What's up, Wag? Good to see you, man. I've been liking your trade reviews and stuff. Little green for the day, but in the office. Was long in the morning, but my stop loss got hit to the tick. Damn, you suck, Ace. You really fell off. Aloha, what's up? And welcome everybody in the Discord stream too. What's up, Wall Street? What's up, Linwood? I already said hi to Andrew and Alst. I forgot y'all could tag me in the YouTube chat. That when it popped up like that, when WAG did that, that kind of freaked me out. Did anybody take any trades today? I guess we can look at some trade reviews now. I didn't get to look at these yesterday, even though we did a full day stream. Entered pre-market high after the retest 10 minutes of market open happened. Yes, like this, right there. Like that's all anyone needs. You're beautiful. And then he even types the right terminology. What a nerd. Price target 1 was a previous high which was hit, but that instant rejection of that previous high made me think that it's a failed 40% entry for bulls. So I exited the second con at the second red arrow on the chart. Dude, you were... Wait, this is what you were talking about right here? Holy crap. Andrew's built different. I mean, you're right about everything, and you should be betting on that being more bullish than bearish because of how it acted already above the open. But shit, dude, good conviction. Paper trade or not. This is what you got to be looking for. And great breakdown here. I could almost review the chart in my head just reading this. Good stuff. Similar trade for me on the Qs. Shit, good job, Gorov. If you did anything, it wasn't the same thing, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Andrew's had a pretty impressive one because his was like, it did one retest, and then you can see how QQQ just went up and did a retest here. So you did do the same thing, except his was a little different because his actually gave that open 90%. I mean, even though it was only a tiny wick, it was just that much more impact behind his trade. But yours was stronger because it never once dipped below. It was just higher low, higher low, higher low. And when it slowed down here, look how it came back all the way down and didn't even touch the latest higher low. So think about that for a second, like an order of operations. So we have this here, right? And then we go up here, right? Higher low touching the old... I'm not even going to call this a higher low. We'll just say it's a high. Holding that, right? It's pretty nice. I mean, just nice visual. You can definitely see it's bullish. But what is this? Why is this so much stronger? Look at the distance. I mean, it pulled back that much. And it still had room to go down and actually touch that higher low. So that should show you it's pretty strong. Beautiful, beautiful breakdown, Gorov. And you did 2 cons. Look at you. Yeah, that's smart. And you should try this. Oh, he said that's what I try to do. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, sometimes it's smart to just get out of both, but it is nice to do what Andrew said here too, just to try to scale out. Really, just staircase out. Pretty strong. Look at these beautiful trade reviews, man. Blue arrows are entries. The first one is an entry for 80%. Thank you guys for making it easier to read these. Good spot to add into the position. Took profit at retouch of current day high. And then second profit at strength past current day high, making a new current day high and all-time high. It's probably annoying to type that. But I know exactly what you mean. Or at least thought. The second contract didn't sell. I didn't notice this, but luckily when I did, price came back up and I was able to sell. Good on that. I like that you waited on the 5 minute to see it actually pop up and then you zoom in. I mean, I think I've said that multiple times now, but this is your tick, your minute, and then your 5 minute. I like that you're looking at all three. What does that say? 55 tick? A tough trade too because opening range breaks are new to me. Also, the price action. Just remember this. This is the most important thing on any range break. Like this always. This is why I think I get so annoyed when people ask me this, because I think this is the thing I've gone over the most right here, and it's amazing to me how people will still to this day ignore it. You're gonna be in the chat. Damn it, you're gonna draw these fibs correctly. So let's say we break out, right? Open range breakout. And this is why most people suck at open range breakouts. This is the honest truth. It's because they have zero calculated planning behind what they're going to do, right? What did I just say about price history? It has to be repeatable. What does your strategy need to be? Repeatable. What do your actions need to be within your own system or your routine? Repeatable, right? So you can consistently do the same thing over and over again, and you can make minor adjustments as you go along, right? Instead of just having a ship that has 50 holes in it, you're just sinking, and you can't plug them all, right? So let's say price goes up, and then just randomly slows down right here. I'm just drawing a random distance. It can go wherever it wants. So what is the thing that we should draw here, guys? What should I draw this fib from? From what to what? Oh, Leland, I didn't even realize. I'm stupid. Whatever. Is there news today? Look at this guy. Low to the high. Low to the high of what? The answer I'm looking for is from the level, because remember, this is a range break. Here, let me draw this a little more accurately. We're breaking this level. We went up here, we stopped. What should I draw? You have the low, you have the level, you have the high, you have whatever this is. Exactly. Leland and Andrew just typed it at the same time, basically. From the level to the high before it slowed down. I don't care where it goes. I don't care how high it goes. I don't care if it's only a couple candles and then it slows down. Draw that damn fib. Where did it finally slow down at? I'm talking about the first red candle that appears. Draw the high. From the level, not from the low, where it randomly jumped from the level. Because if you're looking at this as a range break, you should probably be using it from part of the range, not from the levels, not from the candle, from where the range was, right? So if this is what we broke, damn it, I'm going to use that as the beginning of my fib. The high of the move, right? So let's just say they randomly come up here, they stop at, I actually drew that right at 597. And then the main focus area is what? This. What are some awesome outside tips too? Some targets in case we do end up holding this. Let's say I have multiple contracts that I want to impress you guys in chat, right? Oh, all right, I sold one out of my whatever contracts here. Okay, what do I have here? Extra targets. Instead of just your historic levels or other levels you might have in the area, you can also use this. So and a lot of the time you draw this, they do line up with other levels if you have them in the area. Today we don't, for this example. So, level to the high. Anytime a range break happens, anytime you have a level break that does that. You know what else is really cool about that too? Here, actually, I'm going to leave all that. That's a good example. Let's say it doesn't give us, the move to this high. You know what why most people suck at open range breakouts? Because they are going off of the level for their stop loss. If I'm going off of this for my midterm retest, my hidden retest, this is definitely the strongest retest. That's bullish. It's going up. That's what my thinking should be. It's going up. It's at least going to hit this high. What if it doesn't? And then it pulls back and it breaks down. And now we're seeing this area not hold. The area I'm saying I am bullish as long as it holds. Well, I got to flip that now. I'm not bearish, but I'm definitely not going to be bullish right now. So you still have the level to worry about for a breakdown, or just looking for lower highs under this area. But it's not just for validating, oh, this is a bullish retest. You can also validate, oh, it's giving up. This is going down again. This is a directional confirmation, and you can use this anywhere on your chart. But it's especially accurate when you're using open range moves, over a level, over a high, under a low, under a level, whatever direction. I was just showing upside for this one, but you could do this for either direction. But it amazes me how many people I still see in chat not drawing those, and that's got to be one of the things I've covered the most. You know, we've gone over gap fibs a lot. We've gone over emerging candles a lot. But I have gone over that exact type of fib for a very long time. Because for the longest time, that's how I drew all of my levels. Was just fibs everywhere. I was a freak. Exactly. First target, most recent high. Got that. But that's pretty important. You'd think people in chat and just in general would like to use that information because it's very accurate and it makes sense. And it's really not that complex. We're just drawing from a breakout to the high. That's it. Not every time you draw that is it going to be clean. Okay, it's not clean, then you shouldn't be looking for a trade opportunity. It's as simple as that. Like, it instantly tells you what you want to know. So, like, I don't know, it's pretty important. By the way, really nice lower high retest here. Structure has been broken. They broke the recent higher lows on the uptrend to go break 595.24. They've now broken that and retested away from it. That's pretty nice. Just a nice slowdown. But can't really go far if they don't break this. They end up breaking that. Pretty good chance they see today's open. He said my first target is 1,000% on the contract. That is what most people would do. Actually, most people wouldn't even be in the trade. Whoa, Leland, that's crazy. I didn't even realize that. Today opening at that next 100% fib. Yeah, my bad, Andrew. I saw that. I'm stupid. I forgot I have YouTube chat on. But whatever. We still got the commentary out. And half of the chart was showing. It's my streamer buff. What's up, Michael Gerdov? Good to see you. What's up, Letterbuck? Good to see you. And yes, I can actually see you. It's pretty funny, Alst. I'm glad you brought it up so we can go over it together just to kind of... I know you probably already understand it, but it's just good to go over it again to really concrete it. But I have a video that's literally... I think that the other day. Hold up. Yeah, it's 4 minutes and 30 seconds. I even made this video short on purpose because I didn't want to, like... I wanted it to be popular in the group because it's a very easy concept. It's very accurate. It's very strong. A lot of your best trades are going to come from this area. And the concept of the midterm retest is invisible to the eye of most people, right? Yeah, we probably all have previous day high marks, but they're not looking at it like we are. So it's very important that you go over that. I can link the video again, but I like this video a lot, and it's crazy to me how many people still don't use it. And they'll be like, I suck at open range breakouts. Like, why? That's like the easiest thing ever. I would rather you struggle with trading a retest than saying you suck at open range breakouts, you don't know what to do after that. I would rather you say you struggle with retest. I didn't screw the pooch. I'm not watching FOMC. I sat here for the Trump price action. I'm not sitting through Trump and FOMC price action in the same week. You got me effed up. I'm here for the charts and you guys. I do not want to hear Powell. I don't want to hear FOMC results. I don't want to read any of that stuff right now. I just want to read y'all's post and that's about it. Thought that was Rick Roll YouTube video. No, I was not about to. I wouldn't do that to you. I would never do that. Ever. I might lie about someone's birthday like I did yesterday, but I would never do that. I would never link that video. You just saw that riot contract from 2 days ago? Oh, I bet that hurt. Yeah, that options watch list is crazy. Like, I think it's cool to test things, but if you ever, like, find a setup you would actually enter and you put it on that watch list and then it pops off, it's just gonna piss you off. Because you know there's certain setups you wouldn't actually enter and you're just testing, but then you know there's some that you would have actually gotten into. So that's why it annoys you probably a little. Because you know that it was realistic for you. But just be patient. And be light on yourself. It's so easy to turn on yourself. To blame yourself. It's very easy to do it. Meta with some strength today. It's really nice when you see them gap up and they move more. Instead of just gapping up and that's about it. Really tells you how much strength is there. We talked about this yesterday too, just basic stuff, seeing, you know, probably will see a gap up, probably will see 600, but if we're into FOMC and nothing reverses this, you have to assume we're still going up. And we've already talked about the daily a bunch. So not much more to cover on that one. 38.50. Oh, that has to be a fib extension. No way it's not. Yeah, these charts are wild. Every sector just shooting straight up again. And I'm glad we traded some of these setups. I'm glad we talked about other setups too. We really did a good job on this latest pump. So I hope you guys caught some of it. Hopefully on the next bigger moves we all work together again. I do have AMD higher up on my watch list now because I think this is going to start being traded a lot more by us. But we'll see. By us. Whoa, is that an inside bar? Oh, that's already saw that. I get so excited when I see inside bars. There's another one. AVGO, bro, I was staring at that chart last night before I went to sleep. I won't lie, this was one of the last charts I looked at last night. I was like, damn, it did that whole wicking action right above the gap fib from before. Because this was supposed to be like a bearish gap fib, like it's supposed to go down from here. And it did. This is just like Ulta, though. The same concept. You got the bearish fib, and then it retakes the bearish fib. Guess what? That's bullish. AVGO did the same thing in a shorter amount of time. I mean, look. Like, if you're looking at that candle, you're like, oh, this is probably pulling back. It's like, bro, it already made one move. Two, if you count that. Three. Like, this thing needs to breathe. And then, of course, the market. But yeah, AVGO made some pretty massive moves, too. Snow, still got that. I know everybody in our chat has that on watch, so I don't even really have to mention it as many times. Which is good, it's good. Everybody's looking at a similar setup. No, I don't want to trade ARM. It's criminal Carvana's even up like that. It's criminal. Where is ENPH? Here she is. Oh, okay. Well, they're not done. MU throwing up that W. It is indeed. Doing well today at work, listening in, trying to paper trade a little, playing with mRNA. Oh wait. Yeah, mRNA. And we were right. That was a nice break of structure and a pullback. So we were right on the slowdown. I gotta be like all the other Twitter streamers. Talked about that live on stream. Talked about that live on stream. Gotta say it 8 times over. I just like going over the concepts because it makes it easier the more you see them. Like, this is pretty clear to me, but not all of them are going to be this clear that it's slowing down. And in all honesty, it's not even GG yet. It's not even game over. Because if you think about it, here, I'll just draw a trend line. I don't want to draw an actual level. Zeroed out. There it is. It just made it down to the major high or low of today. I would say this is your major high or low. This is all just a bunch of grinding up. But this is where it actually found support and moved itself back up into that next level. Structure break already happened over here. It happened way earlier when we were talking about it. And then you could draw your fib. You'd be like, oh, well, we broke structure now. I can draw that fib now. Come on. They gave you the 50% test, and they've tested the low. I bet on the 1 minute this looks so much cleaner. Yeah, it is so much cleaner. Hit the low within literally 2 minutes. That's crazy. Went down a little bit lower, so even if you were not wanting to sell at the low, it gave you a little bit of extra breadcrumbs there. Came back up. I bet this is about 50% of that drop. Damn, what do you know? Breaks that literally within the same candle. That's crazy. I mean, this is just science at this point. Thank you, Leland, for this information. I don't know why people are sleeping on it. Don't sleep on the Lee test. Don't sleep on the fibs that he's teaching us. My bad, Andrew. What'd you say? Current day midpoint is something like too. Yeah, oh, you like current day midpoint. Yeah, that one's kind of sketchy, but it's good to draw that if it's end of day like right now. I see what you mean. I don't like to draw those too early in the day though, because I think of like if you're gonna draw like current day fibs like that, it's okay as long as they don't move on you. But as soon as you like make new highs or lows, it pretty much destroys that. But I do like the previous day midpoint. I do like that a lot. I don't draw it enough, honestly. That's probably a level you'll see me not draw that I wish I did draw more. And I feel like on my best trading days are days that I have the previous day midpoint drawn. And when I'm, of course, using all the right stuff, you know, the fibs and drawing them correctly. But I see what you mean, though. I see what you mean. Just be careful not to draw it too early. Like, it's probably great to have now because you're a good distance from the high and the low. So it's good to know where, like, you know, the calculations of the day. Where is this? Let's see what that looks like anyway. From the open to the high, you said? Oh, that's crazy how that lines up, too. Which, in my opinion, you should already be looking at this regardless of a fib. But that's cool that you did that, and it's kind of giving you concreted info. That's cool, though. That's cool. So that's what I'm talking about, like finding your own little fun little things to do that make sense. Like that's something you can do. It's repeatable. SE. I feel like I never hear about that one. I do know the ticker though. Ah, that does suck. Ooh. What? The only reason I don't like this fib though is because it comes from earnings. The gap fib. I'm just curious. Jesus, dude. It's crazy how fibs line up. The only thing I don't like about that is that, but that is insane looking. Like, that looks like that has to come down to... I wouldn't even say 69. I would say 68. I would say it needs to go smack that 68 level. Or establish a higher low somewhere around here. If it doesn't just keep dumping, of course. That's very interesting. Do I even have Roku on this list? I don't. I'll throw an SE. I don't really care to look at the AI stock, to be honest. I'm cool. Oh, nice pattern though, notable pattern. I'd ask y'all what candlestick pattern this is, but I'm pretty sure most of you would get it. Trying to see if I haven't looked at a certain name as much recently. The mid-level retest and the Lee test are the same thing, right? What is a mid-level retest? Like the midterm one, the one that I go over, when I go like AKA the hidden retest, blah blah blah, that one? You're saying the Lee test, that are the same thing? I guess essentially they kind of are. I didn't even think about that. It's like opposites. You just don't think about it like that though, because then you're gonna start getting confused. Because the midterm, the one I draw, that can go either direction. So I guess when you are drawing it to the downside, that's what we all call that lower high retest. So yeah, I guess it's a yes to your question. I had to think about that for a second. But don't try not to think about it like that, because I feel like that'll confuse you. Or maybe it won't. Maybe that's all you needed. I feel like that would confuse me. But yeah, I guess so. You just got to remember when you're drawing a lead test, why it's so important, why it's so unique, is because you have to have that condition. It has to break structure first. That's why I went over this today on SPY. We had one hit today. All it did was just a slowdown between the high of today under that 595.24 level, and then it made it to the higher low. That's it. So trend tells us this should bounce, but there is also that possibility if we get the break that we understand it's probably going to pull back a little bit more. So clear indication right here. But yeah, like with the lead test though, you have to have that structure breaker. It does not matter. Like breaking a level doesn't tell you shit to the downside after making highs on an uptrend day. I should probably give the conditions. But till you see something else break, that's when you're like, oh, okay, now I can draw that fib. So it is a little different. They aren't exact opposites, or they aren't the same thing. But pretty close, though. That's a good question. I had to think about that for a second. That is definitely the first time anybody has asked me that. No, bro, I'm not streaming FOMC. You don't even know what FOMC meeting is, bro. Do you realize FOMC is just minutes? They're just reading out what they've already gone over. There's not an actual meeting that has a live stream. The meeting has already happened. Y'all do understand that, right? FOMC is not a live. They're not meeting up right here, right? It's already happened. They're reviewing what was talked about. Y'all realize that, right? There's not a FOMC meeting live stream. You can watch Powell afterwards. Jerome Powell is what you can stream and watch afterwards. Which I don't know if I want to do that either. Good job, Mel. Took out 21%. What's up, Dondi? You've been ducking me lately. You don't like me like that anymore. It's cool. Now you're good, Dondi. I was just messing with you. Because you've been ducking me. When I saw it was your name, I had to. See ya, Andrew. Have a great rest of your day, man. You're really not missing much. And we did get a little bit of a bounce. We have an inside bar on the 5-minute here in that previous candle. If this candle closes over that latest red candle, is a pretty strong confirmation that buyers are trying to bounce. Jerome Powell. Alright guys, in about 8 minutes you have the FOMC results. You'll have some just random notes posted, and then the stocks can start moving a bunch. And then I think it's 30 minutes after that is when Powell is. I can't remember, and I didn't look. So if you want to actually know the answer, find it yourself. But I'm pretty sure he speaks 30 minutes after the 1 o'clock mark Central Standard Time. Seven minutes. Ow. Oh, good job posting that, Maddie, too, so we can go back and look at it too, in case we completely botch looking at it while it's moving. I guess this will have an impact, so we'll just wait. I hope some of these like talks are helping some of you too, because I feel like if you go across the internet, you're not gonna hear someone telling you exactly what to see, when to do what. Like our system has that. There is a correct and wrong to every move. There's a condition to everything. There's a theory for everything. What it should do if it does this. What it should do if it does that. You're just not gonna hear people talking about that stuff. And a lot of people in our chat are already doing it themselves. So it's even more impressive just to see other people do it, and then you can be more motivated to do it yourself. I know I do. I see somebody post something in chat, I'm like, damn, I want a chart now. I see someone post a big gain, like, damn, I'm gonna definitely get me another one soon. Snare is that dog. You got into Dondu's quant stocks? What are Dondu's quant stocks? Was there a post in chat I missed? Did I actually miss a post? And it was by Dondu of all people? You were just gonna ask about Palantir? I have nothing to say about Palantir. I don't really know what to say anymore. Up. That chart's crazy. A post in Lifetime? Oh, okay, I'll go read that again. I think I read part of it actually. Now that I remember you mentioning it, I'll go back and read it. You don't? No, don't say them. Don't say them. Don't spoil Dondu's secrets, bro. Yeah, shout out to Dondu. He owns his own bank now. It's pretty crazy. Secrets on how to lose money. Mel, I didn't miss shit. I've literally gone over this pop. What are you talking about? You just missed a pop on Spy. I'm literally fucking going over it. What are you talking about? I wasn't trying to. No, I know. Thank you, Maddie. I appreciate that. I just bar for bar went over why we reversed there. What are you on? What drugs are you on? What synthetic fentanyl did you put into your body? What are you on, bro? I swear, you're like one of those people who think everything revolves around you. Like, you just, like, don't hear other people. It's cool. Ain't the first, ain't the last. We should just start doing no commentary streams. I'll just start drawing levels and not say anything. The same output would occur. Come on, MPH, come back up so I can short you again. Oh, did DJT stop? I didn't even check. Oh, it did. Everybody was like, when he wins, it's going to 100. That 29. Fib in play. This guy is deaf. Mel, do you have the stream volume on? I can't even tell. Like, are you just typing? I can't tell if you're actually hearing anything I'm saying. Click stream. Doesn't acknowledge person who's streaming. It's pretty weird. Me rambling about how Spy could reverse here for 30 minutes straight. Mel. Bro, you missed it, dude. It just popped. FOMC starting, by the way, in case you can't tell by that candle. That candle alone should tell you it's starting. That the news dropped. Not starting, it's already done. The minutes being released. I just saw a sign. Wait, what? He's talking about SPX, but it's the same damn move that he's talking about. You can see what he's talking about in trade floor. You know, because I take the time to read and hear other people out. I just saw a sign and I had to. Just be careful. We have the FOMC and all that. I Another rate cut. Let's go. Round of applause, everybody. Bro, quit reading me out New Zealand unemployment rate. I don't care. .75% now. Let's go. It's something. It's a start. They were like, crap, Trump won. Time to start making this back right again. To be fair, though, I don't think the election had anything to do with this latest cut. Powell and the Fed have been pretty open about doing another one pretty soon. So it's not like this was like blinding the market. And I genuinely believe that's why you're not seeing a crazy reaction right now on this candle. It's because this was most likely expected. I'm going to assume you do have the audio off because you still didn't answer me. But keep typing. I feel like guys, am I going insane right now? What's going on? Someone please help me out here. Low risk, clear stop, probably early, but willing to find out. Okay, fair enough. As long as you know what you're getting into. That's all I care about. Because you guys aren't stupid. You guys are going to make the right decision. But it's about being in the right place. So if you ever get yourself in a bad entry, it's hard to make the right decision because there really isn't one. Getting out, you know, is the right decision. Not being in it in the first place is the right decision. But, you know, we can't see the future. So you're going to make bad trades. You're going to have bad entries. So is this one of them? We don't know. Might not be. But like you said, clear risk. And all it matters is that you have understanding of what you're trying to do so you know how to react to it. Instead of just blindly holding or just saying, you know, fib in play or whatever. Just saying random shit. That doesn't help either. I'm not here to get hyped. I'm here to learn and grow. I swear, man. I guess I'll just keep it on this for a second. Just see if anything else happens. Should get some more movement in about 25 minutes when Homeboy starts speaking. And then he'll have a lot of questions after he starts speaking too, and that could cause even more movement. So we'll see if anything happens at all. It's not even how you draw that fib, but whatever. Go off, King. Go off, paper trade, King. Oh, so your volume is on, Mel. You can hear me. You're just choosing to ignore me. Okay, cool. Bet. I'll remember that. High interest rates are annoying. Banks give you higher interest, but it basically matches inflation. Then government taxes that interest, so net losses to inflation. Well, thank you for that detailed explanation, Dr. J. I'm more confused than you are, Mel. Literally, you're not hearing a single thing I'm saying. Then I ask you if your audio's on and you reply like, what? Hurting my head. Other people are replying no problem. I don't want to keep watching Spy. I keep trying to click back to it. It's all, everything's kind of dictated by what's being said right now anyway. I'm just going to go to the daily. Turn on a couple EMAs and try to enjoy myself before more movement occurs. Let's throw the third one on. Microsoft. Good to see them finally coming up more. What's up, Carter? Just another day in paradise. I was staring at this last night too, Maddie. You're saying AVGO. I was staring at this one as well. AVGO and AMD. I swear these were the last two charts on my screen last night before I got off. I was just impressed. I just love seeing those those curls. Those curls are so nice. And then it has that inside bar. It's got the gap up. It's so sexy. Super sexy. The last curl, the one before it. Oh yeah, this one was pretty sexy. Yeah, I saw that and I was like, dude, that's a zone. I gotta draw that. Super obvious. Another one right here as well, between the high to the open. Again, following my rules for my zones. I don't switch up my shit. I don't have random rule set. I've had the same rule set for however long I've used these zones. It's just kind of cool to look at. It's kind of funny because you could almost draw one right here, and it's funny how that lines up with that halfway point. The top of that red candle. That would be a trigger that buyers are definitely somewhat present if that ever pops. So that'd be very impressive. Hopefully not on the first. Hopefully it doesn't just spike up, you know, all in one go. Hopefully we get a little bit of slow down here, a better higher low, and then a better move, but it might not. How are we doing today? Excited for tonight? What's tonight? Oh, football. I honestly forgot it was Thursday. Because yesterday was the whole, like, election thing. Like, it just felt like 2 days in one. We did the full day stream. Mel, don't worry about it, man. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter, apparently. I mean, I'm not in the mood, man. I literally went over it for like 20 minutes. And then you go in right after me and you're like, dude, you missed this. I didn't miss shit. You missed it. You missed everything. And then I ask you, can you hear me? Just silence for who God knows how long. And then you randomly answer me like 15 minutes later. Like, what? Like, go back in the stream. I don't know. I literally talked about that for fucking 15, 20 minutes. Before it even happened. I talked about it before it even broke down. I talked about it before the doji green candle rejected the lower high. Like, Jesus. I don't know what else to say. Like, it's like I gotta just say buy calls, buy puts, and that's how people hear me. Buy puts, guys. Buy puts, buy calls. Don't actually learn anything. Be completely stupid and sheeplish for the rest of your fucking life. So fucking annoying. Like, either hear me or don't. I'm not going over rocket science. It's just frustrating. Come in here and stream and apply energy just to be fucking ignored. And then somebody will confuse what I said and then make it sound like I taught them wrong. Like, no, you're literally not paying attention. Like your fib. When have I ever drawn this? When has anyone ever drawn that, bro? No one. For 20 minutes, I went over why you should draw it the other way. Your fib is nothing. You're just going over a random pullback. Like, I've never gone over that. I've never once covered a fib like that. I've never seen Leland cover a fib like that. So I don't even know where you're getting this from. But what does it matter? You ignored me from the beginning anyway. What does it matter? What does it matter? It doesn't matter. Alright, I'm just gonna go back to spy because nothing's moving. Everything's stuck with all this. They're probably scared because nothing moved from FOMC, from the actual minutes and news being released, and now they're probably just hesitant because Pal's about to start talking, and I don't know why my clock isn't on this screen. 18 minutes. You thought it was Friday? I'm gonna leave the house for another weekend with friends. That sounds fun. Where are you gonna go? And thank you, using for posting that in chat. I forgot to type it out. The rate cut. Somebody reading chat's like, what's going on? Belgium for beer, and I'm not reading the rest of that. Oh, it was a joke. Yeah, I was gonna say, aren't you married? Like, happily married? Yeah, run. The music starts, the bass drops. You invite her to Belgium, that'd be even funnier. A Belgium beer with a guy from the Netherlands. God, the zoom is so hard right now because we've gapped up so many times. They just wanted you to see what was ahead, Maddie. They wanted you to see where that was going. I'm just kidding, of course, but I know sometimes whenever like I'm on my phone or maybe my desktop's reloading again, my position will say down 99%. But I think it's just like connecting, and that maybe that's just whatever default math is there. I know it does that to me a few times, but I think it's just like my phone's reconnecting or my desktop's like refreshing or whatever. Or maybe I've just had Thinkorswim open too long. I do that a lot. I had to learn that the hard way too. I had a trade and it was very hard to get out of. I was like, why is my desktop lagging so much? Like, I thought I was getting hacked. And I had not closed Thinkorswim for like a week. And that is just like unheard of. And yeah, it was very laggy. I'll say that much. Even clearing the garbage or collecting the garbage, whatever that button, that didn't do anything. It did not do anything with that much time. Yeah, you don't have to close TradingView. They don't have those problems. You're just better than me, I guess. I have a random target above my position at all-time high, and I am bad at fibs, so have not placed it by myself. Is CORZ the ticker? Oh, okay. I honestly didn't know what that was at first. I didn't know how to take that. Normally I do a weekly, but this has such a large retest in the daily, you could just do the daily. Or here, we could just do both. Oh, you really can't do the weekly. I'm just curious, I gotta know. Oh, okay, there's still a level out here from the major pullback. And they already went through one of them. I've tried backtesting like doing this before, but I didn't really like it. It's not enough pullback for it to even be notable. And there you go. Now you got some future hidden targets. Not really that far away, but got a couple more. What was the previous all-time high? Was it just that right there? Yeah. You could also do that too. You could, I mean, not now because it hasn't slowed down yet, but when you finally see a red candle appear on the daily, you could go from this high to that high and just see where does it sit as like a basic 50%. Just see, does it go to the midterm or does it want to pull back more? But I don't know. You might just let that one cool off after you've gotten out of your position or whatever, just to reevaluate. I think you did something similar on. I can't remember the name. You had another ticker you were beasting on. And I remember you did that. You'd kill it, and then you'd come back like a month and a half later, kill it again, let another month and a half go by, kill it again. So I mean, you could be looking at another one of those. Wolf? No, it wasn't Wolf or Ion Q. What was the I think it was SMR. You did this a lot on SMR. Like you were good about destroying it, waiting, coming back, destroying it, waiting, coming back, destroying it, waiting, coming back. Yeah, SMR. This is the Tobias stock, but you might have that same feel on this chart just because it's continuously breaking highs. Which that was, remember, if you remember what I was saying about my personal swing trading, I said that's always my biggest problem is like for the longest time I've been struggling with that pacing, you know, like, oh, I just made 2 trades. I just killed it on these 2 swings. Going into that next day, I'm going to just buy another swing. Let me buy another swing. There's another setup here. And then you lose it. And it's like, why did I do that? I didn't even give myself enough time to breathe from the last one. I didn't give myself enough time to breathe for the next one. To be ready. To be actually mentally prepared, on the chart prepared, you know, just everything. So I feel like that's a good thing to think about a lot of the time. And that's honestly why I push that message, like, don't trade every day. There's just no point. You should really be focused on quality, not quantity. There's a few people like that in our chat, too, that you could use as an example. People who have used, like, who just trade a bunch, but then toned it down a little bit, and then you started noticing, wow, this guy's a badass trader, and it's just, all they did was just slow down. They just started giving themselves more time in between trades. They paced themselves a little bit better. Few people in chat like that, but that's honestly a dangerous thing to get good at. A good thing. So you can get really good at pacing yourself and timing in between plays, and you'll just be rolling through them. Easier said than done. It's crazy looking at this chart. Old all-time highs down here. We're way up here now. See you, Maddie. Have a good one, man. Thank you for joining stream. Appreciate you. I can't believe it's already Thursday, man. This week flew by. At first it felt slow like on Monday, Tuesday, but man, now that we're already on Thursday, it's just zooming. Might have been that full day stream yesterday. That honestly kind of made it feel like it was, like the week was over. Made Wednesday feel like a Friday. who's all going to be here for tomorrow's stream. I don't know if I'm doing a full day stream, but I want to try to find a swing and stuff like we talked about. Which I still need to do the other video. I didn't even do my other swing video. For Adobe and RTX. I still need to review those and cover those. Because there's plenty of people who don't join the live streams at the swing time. And don't see that stuff. So I want to get that recorded. And even though we caught onto this higher low right here, we are still struggling with this 595.24. So with this structure breakdown here, there is still that possibility we can exit outside of this higher low to the downside. So, kind of in a 50-50 scenario now that we've got confirmations for both sides. On the 5 minute. And I think Powell is about to start speaking. 7 minutes from now. 6.5 minutes. Right as this is looking like it wants to give a bearish retest, so we'll see if we get that pump by Powell, or if he's going to truly put the nail in the coffin on this all-time high and see if we can slow down for a bit. Or nothing. We could also just stay in the exact same tone we are now. And the next thing you know, tomorrow we're up again. Count me in. I'll join your swing if we find one. And yeah, I'm not pressuring anybody to join my trades. I like to go over stuff like that because it shows the system I'm trying to trade, you know, and then you can learn it, or you could use part of it, or take a concept from it, or anything. You know, do whatever you want. Do what everyone else does. Take it, make your own Discord around it, and then sell memberships. You know, you can do that too. Just copycat a bunch of strategies I make. Oh, interesting, Tobias. Wow, they really got a Google exec? That's pretty cool. For their CFO. Jay Powell will keep his seat if he plays it right. Yeah, he should. We'll see, though. You know how things go when a new president gets in, though. But I would like to think he finishes his term and all that. I like Jerome Powell. I don't know why anybody wouldn't. He's got some great memes, but on top of everything, I hate when people don't listen, but he has been very honest about everything that's gone on. Like, him and the Fed have literally said 6 months in advance sometimes, hey, we're looking to try to cut rates once or twice this year. Is that cool with y'all? We'll see if we can when we get there. Then we get there and we cut rates and everyone's like losing their minds. Like, bro, what? They literally said they were trying to do this. They don't care about blue versus red. They don't care about that stuff. It's the Federal Reserve we're talking about. They care about getting their balance sheets right. Everything going right. The money flow. They want to get inflation down. They want to make sure the interest rates don't just keep skyrocketing. But they didn't want to bring interest rates down too quick, because then what if something else happened? Then we're right back in square one. I like the approach the Fed took. They took their sweet ass time. I think that was the better route. Imagine if we make too many harsh decisions too quick. And then the market's even worse. Things are even harder to look at. You don't really even know what's telling the truth anymore, because we keep being told it's coming down, and then it doesn't. So they've been pretty honest. Well, at least Powell. I can't say the same thing for Yellen. Yellen will literally tell you one thing and then in the meeting tell you another. So I don't really like her, but I like Jerome. I like most of the Fed. Oh my god, Dr. J, that is actually so genius. Hold up, you need to start a business. just around this idea. Now, that is a thing, too, though. I have seen that before, too. One of the biggest chats that I bumped into that actually took a lot of members from my group because they were just a lot bigger than me, so they were able to just say shit. But there was a group, I won't call them out, and their whole thing was they would take strategies from other groups. And that's why you always hear me bring up TTM Squeeze, because I used to make fun of them for it. But not one of them ever used it, and then all of a sudden it's like their main strat, and they're selling it, and like, yeah, guys, it totally works. You just have to do this, and this. And it is like that. It's like, make a strategy that just kind of works, or might not even work for all they know. Sell it, make it look like something. Yeah, that's what a lot of people do. That's why I love going over the theory in my system, because it proves there is a lot more than just, oh, break above this, get calls. Like, no, there's so much more thinking in the system than that. And if you do have a system where it's just a bunch of colors on your screen telling you when to buy and sell, like, I just don't see how that's true. You're not learning anything. Like, yeah, you have a conditional strategy set up, that is true. But what is it? Like, what do you know anything about what could go wrong, or what everything is even telling you, or you just see it as buy and sell, buy and sell? That's a problem. You gotta be able to read between the lines a little bit. I'm not saying sit here and break down the, an algorithm behind your strategy. That's a little too much. But that is very popular too, so you gotta be careful with that, Dr. J. That's why, honestly, when people join my chat, and it's probably why I'm not as big, but like, I'll tell people straight up, like, don't buy anything in my chat yet. Like, just chill here for a bit. You want to buy a membership or a course or whatever the fuck? Cool. Don't do it yet. Just join in here, chill, learn a couple things, get some confidence in the chat first. Then you can do whatever the hell you want. But it's like literally just to show somebody, like, dude, do not come in here and just do that bullshit routine where you come in here, you buy shit, you don't learn anything, you leave. That's what a lot of traders do these days. Like, I don't want that. I want people to come in here, learn, get a little bit of confidence, at the very least. A path ahead, what can I do next? They need to know that. That's true help. Do whatever you want after that. Just feels so shitty when you do that to people, though, because like, they don't know anything. You're literally taking advantage of them. Just very wrong. Oh, you F around and found out with Eli Lilly? Hey, anytime you take some, you're looking at something, Alexis, post it up in Lifetime, too, so I can follow along. Because I can't remember everything that's posted in stream. But just post just post the chart or an update randomly, if you're looking at something. And then I can start to look at it more, too. You're going to see me posting in there a lot more, too. I've already been posting trades and stuff in there. I think we've only taken 3 since I started posting again. No, 2. Ulta was the one that I stopped on. Alright, yeah, 2. I won't lie, Dr. J. I had an ex that kind of has a profile pic that's very close to yours, and it freaks me out every time you message me. Because I'm like, what the fuck is she messaging me for? And on Discord, of all things. I see that, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, almost identical profile pics. Y'all's dogs are almost the exact same dog. It'd be even funny if you were like, I got this from the internet. This isn't even my dog. Oh, my bad, Alexis. I just went to Eli Lilly. Didn't even look at it. Like, pulled it up, didn't say anything. My bad. Okay, nothing EMAs can tell me. Turn those back off. Which I figured as much with that drop. Okay, this is easy. This is fun. This is fun. Closed. Open. These are annoying because I like it when they make gaps and then they stay down here and then they work towards that. They did all that in one day. They did the whole, I'm way down here, hold up, I'm gonna go smack the fib. So it did the impulse move all in one day. So you could be looking at this for some better plays soon. She wants a play, yeah. Yo, what are you long on? No. No, her name is not Penny. That would freak me out. Penny. I'm not good enough to have a penny in my life. You streaming J-Pow? Hell no. I am having a great time not watching that stuff, honestly. I turn that on, half of you are leaving the stream. I'm being realistic. J-Pow's gonna send it to 6K, isn't he? Possibly. I took profits because I am scared. Is that bad? I mean, what would you say in nature? Let's say like a bear was attacking you, like, and you get that like warning in your body, like, hey, start running, or hey, fight the bear. Like that's your instincts. So I feel like you being scared is an instinct. That's okay. It's not bad. It's not good or bad. It's just noted. Taking profits because of scared. I mean, I ain't gonna complain. Probably shouldn't do that all the time, but Intel, rise from your grave. Tell her you know where I'm long. You guys are dirty. Spy up here flicking the spinner bait. Jesus, Mike, you got such a way with words. When I see the thick green and J-Pow is talking, I get scared. Yeah, you should. You should get scared. It is only natural that J-Pow could move this chart. If you think otherwise, you have not been paying attention. The impact this man has. Most people who are trading actively too, like, will listen to what he's saying. No new high of day, but honestly, pretty good sign that they got some better higher lows showing up there, because for a minute there, that was not looking too hot. But good higher lows popping up there after the hold. Missed pic of the Poppy dog that I posted in Pets. Posted in Pets. Let's go to Pets channel. I honestly forget some of these channels exist. Damn. I like the color of those dogs. Mel got some a new puppy in the pets channel. Bro, that dog on the left looks like a straight up gangster. That one on the right's vibing. That's funny. What kind of dog is that? I was coaching this team with a lot of really rich kids. They paid well and highly talented. So my team manager was the CFO of a multi-billion-dollar company. He knew I traded, so we talked markets. And out of nothing, this guy was scary. What the hell? Was scary busy, like got driven to the club on Sunday and then straight back to work busy. Bro doesn't even sleep. Club to work, work to club. That reminds me of that the Margin Call movie, because like that whole movie's overnight and none of the dudes sleep, and that's what they were doing. They went to like a bar and they were like doing all kinds of stuff. Then they went back to work all night long. It's like Jesus. Hey man, money talks, bullshit walks. November 21st, he heard J-Pal talk and was like, this dude's gonna raise the rate soon. He refinanced $800 million in 2 weeks. Jesus. I mean, to be fair, it wasn't really J-Pal's fault that interest rates needed to be raised. He's just the guy that has to do it. One of the guys that has to do it. American Bulldog. That's what I thought. That's what my dog is. We have the same breed of dog. Our dogs are like inverted though. My dog's like black and has like a little bit of gray growing now. Your dog's like the exact opposite. That's cool though. American Bulldogs are nice. A very good dog. My dog likes to think she's really intelligent. She does this thing where she goes outside and then comes inside to get a treat, and then she's like 10 minutes later she's like, I gotta go back outside again, because she knows that she could possibly get another treat. She tries to be smart with it. Dogs are not dumb, dude. They know how to abuse whatever they want. They don't want much, but they're not dumb. J-Pow apologist. Dude, I'll defend J-Pow. I don't give a fuck. Because anybody I know that's hating on J-Pow is not hating on him for any right reason. Or has no idea what they're talking about. Is J-Pow over? I'm not sure. He started talking 11 minutes ago, I think. I can go look for you, though, if you want. Yeah, it's still going. They're asking questions right now. I just went into Ace the Kid's stream, typed sexy, and then I left. What's up with these Trumpers wanting to end the Fed? Sounds like a bad idea. Yeah, I don't know where this is coming from either, bro. I started seeing that too. I'm like, what the fuck? Where is this coming from? Well, since when do the Republicans want to take out the Fed? Like, where is this coming from? They're like, we're going to have Elon Musk fix everything. Like, what? You can't just delete the Fed. You can't just take out all the federal members. We need them. Could probably edit the system a little bit, but we don't need to completely change everything. I think it's a horrible idea. You know what it is? It's because for 4 years, the feds have honestly been getting shit on because of the things they're having to do, and it was with the Democrats in power, so they're thinking like those are connected, but it's not. The same things would have happened if Republicans were president. It had nothing to do with red versus blue. Simple said, forget the US dollar, you guys get Dogecoin now. That's what they do to fix everything. They just replace it all with Doge. That'd be insane. I'd be very broke. He said preach. Preach. Yeah, hate on Pow Pow and linked him the meme. Just shut the door. It's a Ron Paul thing. I don't know where the Fed hate's coming from. They're just doing their jobs. It's not like they dictate what the market can do. I mean, they do a little bit, but I mean, they're not God. Get that through our head. Oh, what's up, Sean? You trade pairs? Nothing wrong with that. Market makers doing a good job. We are not sure where market is leading. I mean, we know we're up with more possibility of more upside because we don't have gapped up small body candles. We're not truly overbought yet, so I would still say it leans towards upside more than it does downside right now. Because the only reason for downside right now is that we're up. So that's not really a good reason. It's not a real reason. So I'd say more bulls than bears right now still. Should you trade off of that? Probably not. We're literally at all-time highs. So maybe just wait to catch some scalps or something. Plus, there's also going to be some good market weights that are going to still be catching up. We talked about many of these weights still needing to catch up. Past few days, we had Google and Meta catch up. Microsoft still has a notable amount of room to catch up more. So we'll be looking at them a lot more. Happy for Amazon, happy for Meta, happy for the Googs. Why isn't my arrow key working? Happy for those, man. The only setup that we had that didn't work out how we intended was, where's she at? Where's Upst? Where is Upst? Holy crap, where is she? Did I delete her? Oh no, here she is. So this was the only one that didn't work as intended. Out of everything we covered, this was the only one. So I'll take that. I'll take that on the chin. Very happy with that. And we didn't force any setups either. I like that. I feel like other times we see 8 setups, we traded all 8. Now we're only trading the best 2 and then just reviewing the other 6, really. What's the point of taking the same trade 8 times over? And I hope to see more of you in some of these swing streams too, because the swing trading has been a lot of fun recently. Today, we're probably not grabbing anything. confirmation is just going to be too late. Also, just not too confident with how the market's holding right now. I like SPY. I think SPY, IWM, QQQ. I think it's all going to go up still, but at the first sight of a red candle for any of these charts, it's going to be hell because everyone's just going to start freaking out. They don't want to be the last person. I'm not in anything right now, Sean. We were in Adobe and RTX, and we were looking at a bunch of other stuff at the same time. We're just chilling now. And you're welcome, even though you probably don't care about some of these charts, but you're still welcome to join in whatever. You can still use the same levels that we use, the system that we use. My levels work on commodities, equities, pairs, anything you can think of. If it's a chart, my levels can do it because our levels are just price history. It's not based on any, weird outlying parameter or anything. It's just, that's it. It's just price history. What kind of strategy you got though with your pairs? I'm honestly just curious. I'm just chilling, just talking to everybody. What do you trade off of? Cheers, Hefe. Sometime not making any trade is also profit. That's true. Good attitude, VC. Always good to see you, man. You always have a really good attitude. Yeah, to not lose money. That is damn right. It's relieving almost. And what's up, Betty? Good to see you, Betty. And Bobby and anyone else who joined that I might not have seen. I saw Garden. I already said hi to Wall Street. Good updates, Gorov. $600 incoming. It should. And I really like how they're holding this right here so far. Multiple higher lows in this. I'll see if he's still talking. Jerome Powell, that is. Yeah, he's still. They're talking about the dollar now. Jesus, the chat is just going off in there. Oh wait, y'all can't hear this. Hold up. Alright, if you're on Discord, you can't hear this, but I'll link you. Can't hear it or see it. And then you know what? I'm going to turn this off.
We are prepared to adjust our assessments of the appropriate pace and destination as the outlook evolves. So, for example, if we were to see the labor market deteriorating, we'd be prepared to move more quickly. Alternatively,
if you're on the Discord stream, I'm probably going to be quiet because we're just watching the Powell thing. He's at the end of his questionnaire.
to be appropriate to slow the pace at which we're dialing back restriction. Again, haven't made any decisions about that, but
Damn, good shit, Mike. Yeah, we were going over Google and Meta especially because they were just at really good dips. They were holding common supports. Good shit though, getting it on your own. Very happy to hear that.
much like an airplane reaching the airport slows down. And so, we're thinking about that, but it's
Like right there, like I don't even care that he got it on his own reasons. I'm just happy he got it. We covered it too, but it's like, okay, the world doesn't revolve around me. Mike has his own eyes. And also, it kind of makes me more confident because if you're seeing the same thing, that makes me happy because then I know I'm looking at the right thing, and probably vice versa for you too.
And it's been that way since July. So why doesn't this data give
I use my friends as confirmation. 3 of them dudes are posting the same ticker. That thing's probably about to start moving.
3 and 6 months?
Is that a customer called name? Is this
So we look at all of them, right? But in the 3 and 6 month core PCE, you'll see they're around 2.3%. So we look at all of them, and we also look at 12 as well. But what it's telling us is that we really have made significant progress, and we expect there to be bumps. For example, the last 3 months of last year, the core PCE readings were very, very low, probably unsustainably low. So that's why forecasts generally see a couple of upticks toward the end of the year. On the other hand, the
Like this right here.
certainly looks
Like, yeah, that's being kind of like talked about again, but this is something they talked about 4 months ago, 3 months ago.
when that falls,
They said they were most likely headed in this direction, but they can't full send it. That's why they take their time. And that's why the Fed get a lot of hate, because they've taken their time. But I'm sorry, that's the smart path.
progress on inflation, and you also
They just rush into cutting interest rates, and it's too early, we're fucked. They keep raising them, we're fucked. Like, it's a very tedious job they have.
non-housing services and goods, which together make up 80% of the core PCE index, are back to the levels they were at the last time we had sustained 2% inflation, which happens to be in the early 2000s for a period of 5, 6, 7 years. So they're back to that level. What's not is housing services. So let's talk about housing services. Housing services is higher. What's going on there is, market rents, new leases are experiencing very low inflation. And what's happening is older, leases that are turning over are taking several years to catch up to where market leases are, market rent leases are. So that's just a catch-up problem. It's not really reflecting current inflationary pressures. It's reflecting past inflation. So that's one thing. The other thing is, I'd say is that the labor market is not a source of inflationary pressure. Where is it coming from? It's not a very tight economy. What is the story about inflation? You see that catch-up inflation also in insurance and several other areas. So you're seeing, we're not declaring victory, obviously, but we feel like the story is very consistent with inflation continuing to come down on a bumpy path over the next couple of years and settling around 2%. That story is intact, and it won't be one or two really good data months or bad data months aren't going to really change the pattern at this point now that we're this far into the process.
So you're quickly trying to get to that neutral rate that you see, or do you foresee that you have some time to get there?
Nothing in the economic data suggests that the committee has any need to be in a hurry to get there. We are seeing strong economic activity. We are seeing ongoing strength in the labor market. We're watching that carefully, but we do see ongoing strength there. And so we think that the right way to find neutral, if you will, is carefully, patiently. Again, that's not meant to have a specific meaning, other than to the extent the economy remains strong, we have the ability to take advantage of that as we try to navigate that middle path between the two risks.
Dr. Powell,
Exactly, it's very appropriate.
two questions today. Did you learn anything about what America
Like, going too quick, and it wouldn't have made sense. They had to take their time. Like, people think they just know, like, what inflation's at. Like, do you realize they have to also gauge where inflation is at, where it should be, what our expectations are, and then they have to decide what's our best route to take after learning all of that? Like, it's not a easy job at all.
Unemployment rate has been at 4% or higher.
And I honestly think they did a good job
One of the broadest measures of
with what they were dealt with.
half a point from a year ago.
There's a lot. From COVID to everything else going on. It just, everyone says COVID like that was, like, the only thing. Like, COVID was not the only thing that happened.
20 teens.
So much more happened after COVID.
Put a marker at Jackson Hole saying any further cooling is unwelcome. It is cooling generally.
COVID was a domino.
So at what point do we reach what you would describe as a shortfall from maximum employment?
And I'm by no means glazing the Fed. I just, the popular opinion is that the Fed sucks. It just, and that opinion is just so unwarranted. It makes no sense.
This is the great question. It's the one we think about all the time. So I'll just say a couple things.
And as a trader, honestly, you shouldn't even be giving a shit. You should just
Really surprised you.
non-biased. Yep, that's the information. Bet, taking it, moving on. You shouldn't have a biased opinion on the matter anyway. You can believe in things. That's cool.
We've seen a big change upward in unemployment.
But as a trader, you really shouldn't even be thinking about it too much.
Bad things. So far, it doesn't appear to be. It appears that I wouldn't say that the labor market is fully stabilized,
Yo, where are they getting these charts from? I want that chart.
but it seems to be in a good Our policy, of course, is designed to keep it in that good
Jerome
place
Powell
and
uses
hold
Trading
stability
View.
in the labor market, while also enabling further progress on inflation. You know, you mentioned a bunch of indicators, and you're right. You know, the
This just in, Nancy Pelosi migrating to Weeble.
to a normal level. I would characterize it more broadly as normalizing. You mentioned wages. Wages are still running just a bit above where they would need to be consistent with 2% inflation, unless productivity is going to remain at this high level. If we see productivity, you know, more sustainably at these high levels, then that would sustain higher wages. So I would say that say it the other way. That wage increases are now consistent with 2% inflation given current productivity readings. But of course, you know, the lore on productivity readings is whenever you see high readings, you should assume they're going to revert pretty quickly to longer term trend. That has always been the case for 50 years. But you know, it may be that we're now 5 years. If you look at the NIPA revision,
100%, Sean. That's a very good way to put it.
5 years into it.
He said, honestly, the focus is on keeping the dollar strong and also caring about the fellow Americans, but the focus is the American people. That is true.
Labor market, we can talk about 20 different
It might not have felt like it for a while, but it was.
at all of them, of course.
And there's that high of day, guys. New high of day, 595.80s. They are going to push it through.
To soften much from here.
I really hope everybody was here when we were going over the higher low and stuff like that and just where this information comes from. We are not just bouncing from a random area, but it is because of the Powell conversation, most likely. We're relieved to hear he's not saying anything damaging.
Elect's advisors have suggested that you should resign. If he asked you to leave, would you
And very ugly, but then again, when is a FOMC day not, you know,
follow up on do you think
a little beat up?
they're not required to leave?
No.
So to be expected.
Michael McKee from Bloomberg Radio and Television. You talk a lot about what the data are telling you and how you are
God, I feel like a Twitch streamer now. We're watching other streams as the content. It's not even my content anymore.
assessments of the economy. What are you hearing from
This is like your average Twitch streamer.
or other officials around the country? What did you hear today from the regional bank presidents about what companies and consumers think about
Discord again. I know you can't see it because it's not showing the right screen, but I have the Powell thing on.
match up?
I linked it in Trade Floor as well if you just want to click it yourself.
Think the appropriate policy path should be.
So it's hard to
Last hour of the day, guys. We've officially entered Power Hour. I forgot to say it.
discussions we had, and of course you'll see them in the minutes.
Last hour of the day.
3 weeks. But I would say this. I think, you know, the comments from our Reserve Bank colleagues and from the
Sorry to be out of topic. What subjects would you suggest one to study to help strengthen my trading? How's that off topic? You're on topic, my friend. It depends. What do you want to do? Are you trying to day trade, swing trade? Are you just trying to invest? Are you trying to... What are you doing? What is your interest?
they feel like the labor market's in balance,
Personally, I would focus on just
where the economy is.
getting blueprints. You know what I mean? Like learning a strategy for whatever you're trying to learn, whether it's getting levels or using EMAs or whatever, and just find whatever it is, get comfortable with it, and work with it over time. Give it a chance. Don't just, you know, learn one thing, move away from it, learn another, move away from it, learn another, because then nothing you're learning is going to be concrete. You're going to forget it, or you're going to make a mistake, and then all of the information is going to go out the window. Day trading, yeah, I would definitely focus on like getting a strategy in your grip. So do you want to learn the one we use? It's pretty simple. I can give you a quick blueprint if you want. Let me hear the end of this Powell thing, and we can go over some more. Because I don't plan on looking for a swing trade today, so we have all the stream to go over this. Stream is till close, so you have plenty of time. But let's let this finish, and then I'll go over some more. We can go over a couple things, though. I can link you some stuff. We can go over some stuff. Whatever the hell you want.
Clearly, geopolitical risks around the world are elevated, and just as clearly they've had relatively little.
I just realized what your profile pic is.
Now, that can change through the price of oil or otherwise, but people talk about.
I thought it was like a shaggy dog or something, and then I really stared at it for a second.
But you know, ultimately, if you look at the U.S. economy, its performance has been very good, and that's what we hear from business people. And expectations.
Well, I've been back for about a month now, Ali, Wall Street. streaming all pretty much every day.
could even be stronger than this year.
Most days I just start out at lunchtime and then go into the close. But we've been mixing in more full day streams more and more. The reason for that is because I want the Discord to breathe. I want everybody to get their information out, and then when I start my stream, it's just reviewing and going over things, like all the actions in the trade floor, though. And then because I'm more focused on swing trading right now, so that's why I'm doing that. We've been taking tons of swing trades, going over tons of potential swing trades, just ideas, just learning, not even just completely trying to trade everything we see, just also trying to grow. But that's mostly been my schedule. And you'll normally see me go live on YouTube, and then I'll tag everyone in Discord. So if I don't give out a proper schedule, that's how it is. But I've been trying to stream almost every single day. Last week I only streamed a couple days because we had so many earnings, and I honestly just got tired of saying the same stuff over and over. But I've been back for about a month now. We've been streaming about every day, Monday through Friday, that is. We even had a couple fun streams. We've had 2 or 3 fun streams now. We go to Twitch, where it's free, and we just play marbles, or we just watch videos on the YouTube stream, just laugh at some stuff for about an hour, and then we all see each other away. Try to have a good time in here, not just learn and grow and stuff. Try to have a fun time at least, so we don't go insane. Mainly for me. I don't even know if other people care. But if I sit up here and talk about stocks 24/7, I will lose my mind. Plus, we got some comedians in here. Well, people that think they're comedians. We got plenty of those in here.
Courtney Brown from Axios. In response to Howard's question, you said it
Leland.
wasn't an ideal time to give forward guidance because of the economic uncertainties. Can you lay out what some of those uncertainties are and whether or not it includes some of the proposals that the president-elect has put out on the campaign trail, tariffs, for instance?
No, I was not referring to the administration policies at all, nor will I today. So what I'm just saying is, as we look ahead, we know, and I mentioned this in my statement, that the risks are two-sided. I guess I should start by saying that we think that the economy and we think our policy are both in a very good place, very good place.
Yeah, Leland's excited for the interest rates for ups.
And one risk is that we would move too quickly, and
Trading is the topic, exactly.
and inflation comes back, and we lost.
Come on, pal, hurry up so I can go over this stuff with Sean.
Avoid that risk, and to avoid that risk, that means you want to move.
He's just yapping right now.
The other risk is that we move too slowly, and that we allow the labor market to weaken too much and do unnecessary damage to the labor market and to people's working lives. That says don't get behind the curve. So these two things are the two risks that we have to manage, and so we're in the middle. We try to be in the middle and deal with.
We're gonna get that world record on marbles, I swear.
And the idea is to maintain, support the strength we have in the labor market and in the economy.
Post on marbles video on my trading channel. My members got a world record.
Policy enable further progress toward our 2% inflation goal.
It's gonna be a reality. I'm making it.
This is a thing where meeting by meeting we're going to be making our assessment.
He said your UPST is my shop.
It's not as important.
I don't have a favorite stock right now. I'm not like it used to be McDonald's, John Deere. I used to be Beyond Meat for a while just because I just loved how much it moved. I don't actually care about Beyond Meat. I don't even remember all the favorites I had. I don't think Tesla was ever a favorite for me to day trade.
As we move further, there will be more uncertainty.
Even though I was there for when it probably should have been. Nvidia and AMD, I'll probably never not like those. I love them too much. Hell yeah, shop is another great one that's been rounding up nicely. Yeah, that shop chart's nice. The chain's not too bad either. I like when it actually moves, the chain does well. One of my biggest gains is from shop actually. Percentage gains. But it wasn't on purpose. We were looking at this chart and I had my, like, the news and stuff off the chart, like you can't see when earnings is coming. And I was like, damn, bro, shop looks so good for a drop. And so we got puts and stuff. And then I looked after hours and I was like, why is it dropping so much? I was like, whatever, it's just probably news. And then I woke up the next day, I was like, oh, it had earnings. Like, oh, that's why. I'm so dumb. And thankfully, implied volatility wasn't up at all. It was almost non-existent. and allowed us to actually collect some really nice gains.
That's not what we're
So we took a good setup, but it was stupid to play earnings without knowing it wasn't earnings, but it still worked out.
I looked at the 5-year earlier today. It's probably
This guy holding the mic looks like someone who would ask about climate change.
and also it's pretty close to consistent with 2% PCE inflation. So that's one that's been a traditional one that we look at a lot. But overall, expectations seem to be, and it's really have throughout this.
I'm just ready to get these trade prices down so we can get our freaking
You're right to say
products down in price a little bit.
we were not
Like inflation's bad too, but holy crap, bro, we get screwed on trading to other countries.
acted so sharply back in 2020.
I'm not even blaming the Democrats on that one. They just don't have foreign policy. But hopefully we get something in place that allows better trade.
CBS News. We just talked about
Without another trade war, that would just suck.
economy, but
Whoa, who is
many
this?
average Americans are still not feeling the strength of the economy in their wallets. So what's your message to them on when they might expect relief?
So you're right that we say the economy is performing well, and it is, but we also know that people are still feeling the effects of high prices. For
Trump goes, "You're fired, pal." Pal goes, "Wrong." Does the imitation and everything.
and inflation
Wrong.
everywhere, and it stays with you.
Yeah, Redfin looking good. Oh, I didn't even think about Z. Good look, Mike. This is why you're the eagle eye.
Real wage gains for people to feel better.
Yeah, I was looking at Redfin too. But I'll have to look at Z now.
I think we're well on the road to creating that. Inflation has come way down.
Whatever happened to Zscaler?
Strong here. Wages are moving up, but at a sustainable level. So it's just, I think what needs to happen is happening, and for the most part has happened. But it'll be some time before people, regain their confidence and feel that. And we don't tell people how to feel about the economy. We completely respect what they're feeling. Those feelings are true. They're accurate. We don't question them, but we respect them.
And just a quick follow-up. President Trump has been critical of his performance. Any concern about his influence on the Fed's independence?
I'm not gonna get into the political things.
Actually, it's marketplace. What is your plan if we start to see stagflation?
So that's the whole plan is not to have stagflation, so we don't have to deal
Where were you during the GME power move? Do you think they might be another GME in the near future? Are you saying like, are you asking me, do you think there will be another GME type move in the future? Or do I think GME will move like that again? Because there's bound to be a short squeeze again. That's just inevitable. Do I look for them? No. Will it happen again? Yes, it's going to happen again. To GameStop? Not sure. I wouldn't bet on it. But yeah, it'll definitely happen to other companies again. Short squeezes are very common and are a normal part of the market.
So, knock on wood, we've gotten this far.
They were very popular even before GME. It just became more popular to the open market because, everybody in Twitter and Instagram was like, hey, this guy, that guy, it's going to go up. Screw the big banks,
An interest rate hike next year.
When in reality, all anyone ever hurt was one bank. Y'all only hurt one bank, and it wasn't even that big. It was a tiny, tiny fund. And it was just because they were so overly bearish on GameStop. They were screwed by short squeezes. As they close out their positions, the price moves up, further hurting them. More money owed, more pain. Price goes up more. Where was I in all that? Ignoring it all. I'm not a hype trader. I like to stick to my guns. I like to stick to what I know, what I like, what I do. I don't see the point in jumping over to what everyone else is looking at. I see why, though. I mean, it was pretty popular. It was pretty cool. The GameStop movie was pretty good, too. I won't lie. I actually thought it was decent. And it was very accurate. Very accurate. And I was here during all of its streaming and stuff. I don't buy into the hype. What kind of Aquafina bottle is that? What kind of rich people Aquafina am I looking at? I've never seen that bottle in my life. Love that. No foam. Exactly. Stick to your guns. Stick to what you know. Stick to what you practice. Because it's like, if you think about it, Think about it on a fundamental level. You are disrespecting everything you've learned up to that point if you go and trade things like that, because you have not taken time to study how short squeezes should be traded, or how they should be looked at, or how they happen, you know. But you did take the time to look at something else, you know, and by doing that, you're kind of disrespecting everything you worked for. All right, he's gone, thank God. Get off my screen. All right, hold on. Let me turn the music back on. We'll go over some day trading stuff. I'm gonna grab some water real quick, Sean, and then we'll go over whatever. I gotta switch the music back. Holy crap. Where did it go? Oh, here it is. Alright, I'll be right back. 1 second. Literally 2 minutes. Alright, I'm back. Like in the toilet. Dude, you know way too many Idiocracy quotes. And it's scary that I could instantly be like, that's from Idiocracy. I've seen that movie too many times. But not enough. You know, at the same time, it's still not enough. Idiocracy, Grandma's Boy, those two are up there. Disturbia's up there too. Honestly, if you haven't seen Disturbia or you don't like Disturbia, I can't talk to you. Alright, what are we doing? Day trading. Alright, what's up, Sean? You ready? And honestly, anybody, not just Sean, I don't want to just single him out. A lot of you guys probably need some review of this too. And even if you think it's like some stupid, simple stuff, it's still good to recover or re-go over, just because, again, you know, what's it going to hurt? If anything, it's just good to go over it again so you have it stuck in your head. You can feel the intuition of, hey, I'm doing something wrong, you know. People always ask, like, how do you know when you're doing the right thing and doing the wrong thing? Like, you'll have your intuition scream out at you. And if you don't have any intuition screaming out at you, it's because you're not following a strategy or any conditions or parameters to get you in. So, you know, things that are repeatable, like I said earlier. But let's do a different chart. Let's rename this one. Day trading. And then we'll delete it all. Alright, so I'm just going to go through the TA routine. Sean, have you ever heard of this before? Anybody? Has anybody heard of the TA routine before? Please don't answer if it's obvious. But if you haven't, this is just the system and how we get our levels. This isn't necessarily how we trade. This is just how we prepare the chart. And it's just a way you can do that. And this is the thing I was telling you about with commodities, equities, pairs, anything. You can, currencies, I don't think people call them pairs. But any market, you can draw these levels on. It's repeatable. Every market has this. It's not something that's just like only for stocks. You can only do this for SPY and Tesla. Like, no, it's for everything. If there's a chart, you can do this on it. But basically, it relies on being on the daily. And I'm not going to go over this later on. You could do this on your own. But you can use recent levels. I just like to use the other way around because it's consistent. It doesn't change anything. So I'll show you both methods. But you can use recent levels if you want, all you want. Keep things simple. You'll sometimes see me do it. Like right now even. I'm not really using the system. I have some of the levels up. And then I'm using some smaller time frame stuff, some fibs and stuff. Because right now we're at all-time highs. I'm kind of in a special situation right now. So I'm not able to just use every little thing I normally would. Not right now. I'm honestly just using minimal info because I want the chart to be as clear as possible. I don't want a billion levels on my screen, and then I go to this chart and I'm like, oh god, oh god, oh god, because that will make you freak out. You got to remember, we just went up, we just made all-time highs. As soon as that happens, a normal person already wants this to slow down or go back down. A normal person doesn't want this to keep going. So that's why a lot of people suck at all-time highs. It's fear. They don't know what to do, and it's good fear because you shouldn't know what you're doing up here. But let's start over. We'll go to the other chart. Let's get it going. I just realized that was the 2 minute. So we're way up here, so it's going to be kind of annoying to review right now because, of course, there's no emerging candles there. But I'm going to just show you from back here. We'll just start from back here. So an emerging candle, just to kind of explain this in the most simple way possible, it's just a green candle that started there first. It's the first candle to appear there, right? So SPY's never been at 547.14 before this point. So I'm going to mark the close of that candle. The close, that'd be the top of that candle, not the high, not the low, not the open. I want the close of that candle. This is what we see as a barrier that price basically stops at. So by drawing it there, it's just a good level. And don't worry about it being messy on the daily time frame. It is going to be a little messy because you're going to have a lot of levels like that. Like, that's kind of hard to look at a little bit, right? But that's not what we're worried about. These are levels for you to look at on the smaller time frames. You can look at this on any time frame you want. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, that zoomed out too much. I'll show you one more method to get a couple quick levels. Let's get a couple more of these. Also, a very, very special rule that everyone in chat's pretty good at already. But let's say there's a red candle that's already been here before. Sean, and anybody, if you want to answer, feel free to interact. But let's say there's a high right here. Is this an emerging candle? It's the highest the green candles close. Is this one? Is this one? Is this one? Are any of these 3 green candles an emerging candle? Based on the quick description that we just gave? No, they're not. Exactly. They're not, because a red candle is above it, so it doesn't count. So this one is. This one is. This one is. This one is not, because there's a high. Now that we're making new highs, I don't recommend drawing these. Just hold off on that. I mean, you should be drawing your close, but we'll get to that in a minute. So we have all of our just daily historical levels, right? That's it. The only other thing you can do on this time frame that I recommend, and I'll give you a good way of thinking about this. So let's say you're breaking above 564.86, and you're like, oh hell yeah, we're bullish. We're going to 571.30 because that is your next level. That's unrealistic. Why? Because that's $6-7 away. That's not fair for you to say, oh, it's definitely going to jump $6-7 in my next trade. No, it's not. Don't say that. You need to have realistic targets. So if you ever see a large area that you think price is just too big, if you were breaking above this and this is your next target and it's just too far away, you can actually go from one level with your Fibonacci retracement tool. And this is nothing fancy. I say this the same way every time. This is nothing fancy. It's just a really quick and easy way to get the halfway point of what we're about to look at. So you're going to go from one level to the next. And then you're looking for the 50%. And this is just a good way of adding an in-between level that is consistent. What does that mean? If I delete this entire chart and I was to redo every single thing I just showed you, I should get every single level I just got to the exact cent. That is what we call repeatable, something you can do over and over and over again, right? So that is why you're able to do that. Something you can do over and over again. It's consistent. You should be able to delete everything on here, redraw it, and get the exact same information. It shouldn't be different as any other time you've drawn it. It should be the exact same every single time. That's the big point in this system. And that's just mainly how you get a lot of your bigger time frame levels. Our original system only included the smaller time frame levels, but I'll show you that now. It's something you can pair with these levels. It's just something you can put together. So think of one as the bigger time frame levels, think as the other as smaller time frame levels. But just mixing them together. Sorry, I didn't mean to clap that loud into the mic. So what are some of those levels, guys? Everybody start typing them out. Everybody knows them. I gotta see who knows them. What are the smaller time frame levels that we always grab, no matter what? I mean, unless there's already a level there, then you don't want to double it up, because then it just looks stupid. But how often do you do it? Do what, Wall Street? Sorry, I was talking a lot, so the levels? I mean, you can do it just once and leave it there forever. But at the other side of things, why I always tell people to delete it and redo it is because it's good to practice. It's good to review. It's good to know how to draw them over and over again. But once you get to that point, you don't have to keep doing that. I just like to say that at the beginning because I'm trying to talk to you like this is your first time doing it. Even though I know for a majority of you, it's definitely not. But what are those levels, guys? What are the smaller time frame levels that we're looking for? Okay, YouTube chat's typing them all. Previous day high, previous day open, previous day low, pre-market low, blah, 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 blah. There's a lot to think about, right? So let's look at this. So, low, high, open, and close. Sorry, a little tedious on that one. Close. And that's it for the previous day. So previous day high, or sorry, low, so I'm talking backwards. Previous day low, previous day high, previous day close, previous day open. Now let's say one day the previous day close and the previous day open are like this. They're like neck and neck. You can leave that, or you can just draw a little rectangle and only draw one of the levels so it isn't so hard to look at, or you can draw both levels if it doesn't bother you. But just understand that, yes, both are there, both are present, and both are notable. So let's say I was like looking at, let's say we've been range trading between here. Based on how we look at things, guys, what is the trade plan for this from right here? We're probably looking for a breakout over these two levels combined, not just one or the other, both, or under. It's very simple. And then this is where order of operations comes in. That's another topic, but you should take time just drawing the levels for a little bit, and then we can go over how you should be reading them. But I wouldn't go over order of operations yet. Give yourself a few days of practicing. We also have pre-market high, pre-market low, which if you just look at the bottom of your screen like I do. Okay, there it is. There you go. So that's every level that you had going into today from the TA routine and everything that we know. I didn't even count the fibs yet, though. That's another topic. For the future targets, we would have had that. Backwards fib. Would have had that. Would have had that. And you would have had 600. Because 600 is a psychological level. Delete that. Now this is what your chart should look like. The zones, everybody's going to have different zones. Some people are drawing them from the daily. That's fine. Some people are like me. I'm really anal about drawing them from the previous day only, and then leaving them there until they're invalidated. So in this case, I would draw from the low to the top of the last red candle before the reversal back up. From the low of day, it has to be from the previous day low. That gives you the previous day low demand. Previous day low, previous day high supply. Normally you go from the high of the last candle to the open of the last green candle, which is here. But in this instance, since we have the high and the close so close, and that does consume that, I'm just going to include those together. And that's it. This is literally every level that should have been on your screen. And then if you wanted to, you could add it halfway points, because again, saying, oh, if it gets above 595, I'm going to target 600. That's not really realistic. Let's be more realistic. We know that 597.50 is probably a good level in between this. Of course, this is gameplay. I'm speaking in terms of like we're in this candle. Like none of this has happened yet, right? You got to talk to yourself in a realistic way, because then you're going to get caught in these moments when you're like, when you're reviewing and you're like, oh, I would have totally bought this candle and then I would have totally sold, right? I would have done that 100%. No, you wouldn't have. That is insane. You would not have done that. That's not realistic. So also, not just while you're trading, but also while you're reviewing, talk to yourself in a realistic manner. Don't just make up shit. Don't come up with things. Like I said, during the system while we've been charting these levels, it has to be repeatable. If what you're doing is random, you can't really repeat that again unless you get lucky. And are we really wanting to be lucky? Or are we just wanting to try to do something that we can repeat over and over again? Also, opposite effect of that. If you're able to trade a system that has repeatable actions like that, like, oh, it does this every time it does that, if this, then that being conditional, it's also good for knowing when you're wrong. Because guess what? If I'm saying I'm bullish above this level and I'm like, oh, I love calls. Yes, oh, we're up, and it breaks that again, it's not really fair for me to be like, oh, well, I'm holding that. I think it'll come back up. No, I don't. It doesn't matter what I think. I said I was bullish at that level. If I'm holding beyond that, then I'm wrong. So, also being able to listen to the levels. And this is, again, kind of where order of operations comes in. Being able to read what happens after what. Like, knowing the steps. What comes after. I don't really know how else to explain that in a simple way. but just being able to read the chart in the correct order. And we can go over that at a different day. I don't want to shove I'm already shoving too much information in your ears. But this is just our system. It's a combined a bunch of levels, really. Levels in supply and demand. And then we have entry types and retest types and all kinds of stuff. But again, probably should wait to go over that. Yo. Did this guy leave the Discord? Voice chat? I was doing this for Sean, and now Sean's not even here. Whoa, Andrew. I'll let you post it if you want. Or yeah, you could give it to me too so I can tag everyone. But I'll let you post it if you want to. Oh, this is really nice. Yeah, I don't really have like a sheet like this. I have that video and then I'm like, just watch the video. But this sheet's actually kind of nice. It's like a direct order of like how things should go. And if it isn't going that way, you probably should be reacting a different way. Yo, but hold up. Back to what I was talking about, though. You know, I was doing all that for this guy named Sean. I look back over when I finished speaking to get some feedback from Sean, and Sean's not even in here anymore. What's up with that? We got Bobby Shore in here. What's up, Bobby Shore? I don't know who you are, but nice name. What's up, VC? You'll get it, Alst. He's gonna post it in chat. Or wait, maybe he's telling me right now to post it. That is just the page 1. Or is there more? Or is there more you're gonna add? Do you want me to wait? Oh. Hold on, let's all just look at this together. Oh, thank God it opened up on the right screen, dude. I'm so tired of it opening up on the screen. Fuck, which one did I just download? Okay, that one. I do what? Oh, it did open on the screen. Nice, love that. The thing I just said I don't like. This is the thing he was showing me. It's the order of operations. And then this other one, I'll read them over before I share. Okay, bet. This one looks fine. I would say this one, honestly, number 3, is preference. Because, like me personally, I only like drawing them on the 5-minute from the previous day. And then sometimes you'll see me have a zone from the daily. Like, for some reason, I just only like the 5-minute and the daily. And then I've seen people in chat that only like the 4-hour. I've seen people in chat who just only like the 30-minute. And I've honestly seen impact on all of these time frames. So I actually do think this one's preference. That's the only thing I'd maybe reword on that, but everybody should know that by now. You shouldn't have to reword that. You should know it's preference. Like, just don't do something different every single day. You know, don't do different zones every day. Mark current day open to have a key level that can be used for typical entries. Facts. Draw a fib from overhang gap if there is one. I love that. Love that optional note. See if hold the current day open to retest areas such as gold pocket or 50 fib. After the day has progressed, draw a fib from the top of the day to the low of the day to mark today's control point or midpoint. This is key to identify when is the general direction of where the bulls or bills. I like that. Also, maybe on this one, because like on an up day, you're probably going to want to draw your fib upwards. On a down day, you're probably going to draw your fib downwards. Because direction does matter. Or I guess it doesn't, because you're just focused on the 50%. Alright, let me see these other notes before I show them into chat. Where did my notes button go? Oh, okay, just show everything. Nice. Oh, I like where this is going, Andrew. Hold up, I'm reading it still. Situation when the price tries to make a new lower high, breaking strips below a candle. Return candle. I love that you actually detailed exactly what candle. That's my favorite thing about my own videos. I'm gonna glaze myself for 2 seconds here. All of my trading videos give you exact entry, exact exit. I don't just say, oh yeah, after it breaks the level. Like, no, I tell you exactly what candle you enter on after it closes above that level. And that's what I like about what you said here. You actually detailed exactly where to enter, what to enter, if you see it. This is also linked with other important levels. Yes, hell yes it is. I like this. You gave yourself like templates, and if it's anything that isn't one of these, you shouldn't be looking at it. Or understand that it's riskier because you don't practice it. So, bro, we need to share both of these. Or maybe just the full pages. Bro, this is actually really good, Andrew. You put some time into this. Yo, I'm tagging this Sean guy in Trade Floor. I'm actually so confused. That was actually kind of... I mean, I'm still happy to go over what we were going over, but it was just funny. Because he probably missed, like, the bulk of it. Honestly, you don't need to edit... You probably only need to edit a couple, like, wording, but honestly, it's fine. I think that's great. Do you want me to post it in a certain channel? Or something? What's a channel that doesn't move a lot? I kind of deleted all the shitty channels. And everybody in our chat that's a member should have this, so we need to put this in like levels or something. And then pin it. Or yeah, we can do educate. That makes sense too. I just don't know if people actually scroll down this far. Here, I'll put it in both. I'm gonna put the full pages and keys. Let me thank Andrew in the post. I'm gonna post it in keys channel, educational section, whatever you call that. And then I'm gonna post it in levels as well, because I know that there are people that don't even know that that half of chat exists. And it's not their fault. There are a lot of channels. But this right here is beautiful. I'm gonna start looking at this more. Like honestly, I think every time I stream, oh, I can't pin more on my own channel. That's crazy. But the more I stream, the more I'm gonna start pulling that up. Oh, I have nothing I can delete in this channel. Oh, here we go. I'm removing that. All right, there you go. 2 channels. Tunchi. Nice, Andrew. It's actually beautiful. My bad, VC. I did not mean to add a fire emoji to your post that says was not working. I accidentally clicked the fire emoji because it was my Discord small right now. That looked wrong for like a whole 2 seconds. Alright, my bad, Will. You've been typing and I haven't been answering. I'm trying to catch up. I was honestly just impressed by those notes. It's really helpful, not just for me, but for everybody. I think it's helpful as hell. Yeah, Mike. Damn, Sean, where you at, dog? Everyone boo Sean. Nah, they're probably at work or busy or something. Or he was just tired of hearing my voice, but he's still in the Discord, so I think he probably was just busy. I was just messing around. It's just funny to make that joke. Wouldn't number 2 be the direction of whatever that day was? Yes, Will. It would. But it pretty much, a lot of the time it's going to be pretty close when you're drawing it that way, because your focus is the halfway point. Your golden pocket will be completely different, though. But it is better to draw it in the direction of the day. So if you're drawing a halfway point and it was a green day, you should probably be drawing it low to high. If it was a red day, you should probably be drawing it high to low. Direction does matter. And don't argue with me, argue with Leland. He's the king of fibs. I'm not questioning. I've never met somebody who could teach me so much about fibs either. Like, everybody knows the general, like, vanilla information of a fib, but he literally knows the ins and outs in every scenario of how you could use one. And then he'll even freak you out and show you, like, how, like, a 2-day ago fib lines up with one that popped up today or something. It's like, what are you on, bro? I've used them before Leland to the most basic form, but I've never met somebody who could apply them to so many different scenarios. Gaps, midpoints, just looking for basic reversal control, like, oh, I broke above this level, I went to here, price slowed down, it's still above this though, okay, well, probability tells you should be a little bit more bullish than bearish then. Vice versa, okay, more bearish than bullish, probably looking for that full term retest, blah blah blah, you know, whatever else happens. But yeah, like, I'm not glazing him, like, I'm not joking, he genuinely has a lot of impact on this community, and in my trading as well. A lot of the, like, you'll see it in some of my live trading videos too. From my old day trades, like, I went from just doing, like, current day open trades to including fibs every now and then. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. Live trade series, scalp series, either or is fine. But you'll see it though in my trades. Like, I go from never even mentioning a fib to every other trade has a fib. Fibception, dude, it really is. Alright, no more glazing Leland, that's all over. But it's just crazy to think about, because I really only use them in the most basic way, and that's how most people still use them, is in the most basic way, and they think they're so hot. They have no idea though. Don't tell me Reddit kept going. Oh my gosh, Mike. My jaw's on the floor. What's another crazy chart, Mike, that I would never think to look at? You know every chart. I think you said one earlier, actually. Let me scroll up. Not Roblox. Not AMD. Not Sedge. Where is it, dude? Oh, Z. That was the one I was wanting to look at. It was when you said Redfin. I had to scroll up far for that one. Carvana does take the cake. I can't stand Carvana. Carvana does take the cake by a mile. Carvana and Reddit are up there. Fibs make sense to me as I imagine it's easy to program algos. Do this when price fit. I mean, it is. If you, to a certain extent, computers that trade for a lot of these large funds do use these fibs, but they're not using it the way we're looking at it. But they are using, like, halfway points. I promise you a computer is programmed to understand that something has fallen 50% of its worth to certain points, you know, where it's like, oh, as of this high, it has fallen 50% of that move. Like, the computer knows that, the program knows that. So us using these midpoints, we're probably just using levels a lot of computers are using, because it's just simple math. It's nothing like complex. We're not like breaking out a calculator for any of our levels or anything, or how we're getting them, you know. And I honestly think that's why a lot of our levels work out super well, because we're just using historic levels and then like 50% of everything. So if you think about it, what would a computer probably have programmed in it? Some basic historic price action. It probably knows all the points like that, and then the halfway points of everything. So I mean, it makes sense to me why levels that we use are like that they actually work. And it's just a theory. I don't know if that's even why. This one's crazy, bro. Zillow is wild. I'm totally for the Zillow Redfin gang. Redfin's dope too. I've always been a Redfin lover. They're one of the few companies that told everybody about the housing crash before it was happening. They weren't like, oh, interest rates? It's a fancy word we're not going to teach you about. And then it just, you know, you're screwed with the house. SFM. Oh, Sprouts. Back to Sprouts again. Jesus, dude. Leland tried to tell us. He said this is the next $1 trillion company. What is their market cap? Damn, this actually could go to 1,000, Leland. You should invest. I think this is a good buying spot. Just Leland, though. Just Leland. Jesus. Bro, imagine being on this chart in 2023 and you were convinced this was a rounding bottom, taking this candle's open right here. The IPO or whatever. Honestly, I would think you were him if you caught this. I would never question that person's decisions ever. I remember trying to be in at $7 but got shook out. Bueller Apple swing? Why Apple? I just hiccuped, oh god. You tell me why first and then I will look. Hold up, there's one more chart. Meta's epic return. Yeah, I was fully behind Meta and Google bouncing. I will keep telling everybody that. I was fully behind both those bouncing for multiple days now. Now, the other ones I can't take credit for, but Meta, Google, bro, those were set up too damn well. Too damn well. The charts just looked really good. Oh, yeah, LOY. Alexis told me about that one. See, Mike knows everything, bro. You just can't stop this man. You could take him out of chat for like 48 hours. He'd come back and he'd be more aware than all of us. Biden sucks, but your stock game is strong. 9 EMA, 21. Oh, okay, fair enough. I didn't have them on. And what is it? Does anything... What else is there, though, Andrew? Remember, those aren't the only triggers. What else is there? Not other EMAs, but what other trigger do you need for these to be good? Also, the whole point of getting it above the 9 EMA is your first target's the 21. So if you're hitting this, it's a little sketchy based on how we trade it. I'm not saying it can't blast through that. It totally could blast through that. I'm just saying, a lot of the time you want to look for a bullish candlestick, which you do have one. You got a gap up into it, so that's good. And it is a trigger above the 9, but it's already hit that first target. I don't know. Overnight swing, that definitely lowers the probability for me. But that is above the 9 and is a good start. I don't know. I guess you do just gotta risk that going up more because SPY looks like it's just gonna keep going. Am I just a hater? Maybe I'm just hating. Maybe it does look good. I just know my history with 9 to 21 EMAs. No, it definitely has everything you needed there. He said, Doji before, rounding bottom, almost an OB from previous. Yeah, a lot of he almost said like 2 or 3 things there. No, you're not tripping. I like that you're looking at it correctly. I was just mentioning that 21 EMA thing because the first rule for like overnight swings when you do this is to target that. So if it's already at that, it kind of like it sketches you out a little bit. Not saying it can't go more. Again, I gotta repeat that because I don't want to make this sound like it's stopping. Like it might not. They might just not want to make it so easy to see. AMD, see, like AMD's got the same look, and it has a little bit of room to that next EMA. And I'm telling you, man, with the hundreds of swing trades I've done with this strategy, a lot of the time when you see like this much room, it either goes and hits that, or it opens there the next day, and then that's where it kind of pulls back, and then your contract doesn't do as well, but you're still up a little bit. Does anyone else see value in CELH? Everybody answer him. They're on the NASDAQ. Wait, what is this? Where's Mike T at? It says they see a revenue dip amid supply chain shift. I don't care about that. Large drops in revenue. Okay, maybe it is something notable. What does this company do? They produce a range of fitness and energy beverages under the brand name Celsius. Headquartered out of Florida. I feel like I've always seen people mention this, and then I like quickly get off this chart because of like how it looks. I couldn't tell you what I believe on this, to be honest with you. Chart wise, it looks like shit. I had to have charted this though. Somebody asked me to. It is in a zone. This is not from the weekly. This is a monthly. That's a monthly demand. So I don't know, that's not a bad sign. You have small candlesticks leading into a support. That's what you want to see in something that's trying to slow down to catch back and recover a little bit. I'm not saying it's launching back up, but it's a good sign they're slowing down, not just continuously selling through it. Because that would be scary. Like this one. Like it just sold through that one. Which that looks like that's from the weekly or daily. This one's from the monthly. And that's definitely from the monthly. I mean, I've heard of them. I just don't think I've, like... I don't know. I guess I just never gave a crap enough to look more into what they do or what they are. Like, when I first see Celsius Holdings, I'm thinking I'm looking at, like, a bank. Or I'm looking at, like, a broker or something. How's Monster Energy doing? Oh, God. What's the ticker for that one again? Bro, Monster Energy chart has to be one of the craziest charts. If you do the full time frame. 2 charts when I first got into trading that people would historically talk about was this one and Home Depot. Because of how much they've, you know, gone up. Isn't that wild? And they've had splits. It's not like they're up and this is the only time they've been $55 a share. Like, no. They've definitely been here before. Why does this look so good on the monthly? I'm going from the open of that candle to the high of that candle. I don't really like that one, so I'm going to go from here. 25. Oh, that lined up perfectly. did a good job. They just straight up recovered, held it, didn't even bother coming back down again. That's pretty strong. That's notable strength. They're not taking their sweet ass time to retest. They do it once and they're gone. Damn, good looks. I might have to start looking at this more. I don't know what their options change like. I'll look at it later, but that is interesting. Had increased volume of that 28 to 31 level, but why is it melting back in? What's going on with Amazon? You looking at the bigger time frames and the smaller time? Oh, you're looking at the all-time highs probably. Yeah, they're killing it right now. That was a big reason I was looking at Google and Meta, because they were just like, I don't know, small body candles. It was like the perfect scenario. So if the market did go up, it was in one of the best positions. Whereas Amazon, I wouldn't say it was in one of the best positions, but it doesn't seem to matter. They had some amazing movement follow-up. Pretty good week so far, though. We had a couple good swing trades. Everybody in chat's been killing it with some day trades and just updates. I've been loving a lot of the updates by some of you. Had a couple bumps, but when do we not? Coin's another hard one to look at right now. Visually. Pepsi. Down at those lows again. Is that an inside bar on Nike? Tis. I knew it was too good to be true, seeing the dollar move like that. Too good to be true. The market and the dollar are just stuck together right now with all these events. Spy's just I can't read. Spy just froze at the 50% retrace from 2:42 Eastern Standard Time low to 3:21 high. God, AVGO, you're such a beast. That's a risky chart to look at right now. We have 4 minutes 20 seconds left in the day, guys. Costco, I mean, like I said earlier, or before, they might as well just go to 1,000. Might as well. Carvana, get off my screen. Beyond's under $6, love to see it. Bro, can you believe that thing was over $100 at one point? Or it was like 235 as its all-time high or something. $239, I was off. This thing looks like crap. Like the candles just look horrible. Man, this thing used to be a titan. These were the good days. All in here. All in here. All till about when it got under like 60. That's when it started getting like a little weird. Weird as in the price action just is shitty looking. Thank you guys for all the likes on the stream. Over 30 likes on the stream. I appreciate that. Thank you everybody in here in the Discord stream for joining. We're at the last 2.5 minutes of the day. If you guys have any questions, now is definitely the time to start asking or bring up anything you want to talk about. The conversation was meant for Sean, but hopefully some of you took something away from us going over the TA routine, the BB levels, you know, how we draw the zones quickly just for day-to-day maintenance. The fibs, the hidden levels, just stuff like that. The fib above breakouts, you know, when you get an open range breakout, drawing that fib to the high to see who has control in that hidden area in between that not everyone's going to be looking at. VC, when you said that, or when you messaged that, at first I honestly thought of Starship Troopers. I did my part. But yeah, honestly, a lot of good talking today. I liked all the stuff we did. Full day stream yesterday was pretty awesome. A little tiring after I was done with it, but it was still fun. And I don't know if I'm going to do a full day stream tomorrow. I might just do a normal stream like we did today and just focus on trying to tack down a potential swing going over the weekend. And if we don't find anything, then whatever. We'll get something Monday. Then again, I said that last week, and then we had to wait till the election, and then we profited. So we had to wait a little longer than we probably wanted, but it still worked out. And sometimes patience does pay off. Like you have to try to remember that too. If you put yourself in the scenario where you're rushing trades, you're pushing yourself out of the way of those trades you probably were going to be taking and might have worked out to better your favor. You know, you probably would have done a lot better. But definitely got to be patient. Don't let things get in your way. Don't distract yourself as best as you can. I'll have to go back and listen. Oh, take your time, Mighty One. Pretty good stream though, but yeah, that someone came in here and they said they'd never had levels or whatever. So I was like, well, let's go over them. And then I finish and I come back into the voice chat. I'm like, where are they? But it was still fun to go over, and it was good to just kind of repeat some of the stuff we've looked at. Wait, what? Hold on, I gotta put my headset on.
Some of the president-elect's advisors have suggested that you should resign. If he asked you to leave, would you go?
No.
Can you follow up on? Do you think that legal?
I mean, Trump has no right to ask him to leave. That wouldn't make any sense for him to. Yeah, bro, that's Jerome Powell right now. I'm not fucking leaving. It's okay, Andrew. That's chump change to him. Play J Pow again. That clip? We do need to make that playlist. Or I just need to make that compilation.
Should resign. If he asked you to leave, some of the president-elect's advisors have suggested that you should resign. If he asked you to leave, would you go?
No.
She's like, fuck, I wasn't expecting a single worded response.
Can you follow up on? Do you think that legally you're not required to leave?
No.
Bro, like, people need to understand this isn't a Republican and Democrat thing, bro. This is the Federal Reserve. Quit trying to make it so political and shit. That is the most... That's gotta be, like, the other most base thing he's ever said. Besides, shut the effing door. Just shut the effing door. And now he's got no. I'm not going nowhere. You gotta love Jerome Powell, bro. He sticks to his guns. I don't care who you are. Gotta give him that respect. But guys, do we have any end of stream questions or any comments that need to be made? Everybody, real quick, go to the polls channel and chat as I'm trying to send it out right now. Let us know how you're doing. You can click good, bad, or didn't trade. I didn't trade today. I'll give you all a couple minutes if anybody has anything to say before I end it. You want to see JPal's portfolio? Here, I'll show you. Here it is. Here's his average cost of everything too. This is his open profit loss. You can see he's only down on Tesla. Dude, word to him, he's down on Tesla. Damn, SPY's average of Tesla is 302. That's the only thing down in the top like 10. Next thing is J&J, but that's healthcare. Healthcare's always in debt. Coca-Cola, Jesus. Pepsi. Yo, imagine being the S&P 500 and you're down $100 a share on Adobe. Couldn't be me. Alright guys, I'll see you guys later on. Thank you for all the joking, all the fun, all the conversations. Make sure to vote in polls. And have a great rest of your day. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's stream. Hopefully we can find something to swing. If not, we're not going to rush it. We're going to stick to our guns like we have been. If you think about it too, we only needed those 2 swings and it already pretty much paid for our whole week. So, no rush. But I'll see you guys later on. Have a great rest of your day and I'll see you tomorrow. And feel free to go post some charts and chat overnight going into the last day of the week.